I had to go potty. Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
I was just saying good morning.
Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Denny. I hope everybody is having a great morning. Good morning, Jen. Oh, I had an emergency. I really, really did. I had to go to the bathroom, and yeah, that's why I'm late. But anyway, we're here and we're ready.
Yes.
And this is the Saturday that's going to start off all of our Saturdays. Cynthia and I will do this every Saturday until she can't. Well, Denny, I'm sorry. I had to go potty.
Good morning,
It was like, huh?
Denisha was saying good morning, Cynthia, and I was saying good morning, Denisha.
She said TMI, TMI.
Oh. So who said that?
Denny, Denisha.
Oh, okay.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go. I mean,
Right.
it's like when God calls you, you can't say, "Oh, just a minute, I'm not ready yet." Same with the bathroom. So I've got my second cup of coffee. It's full. I love this cup.
That is pretty. Be happy now.
It
That's what it says,
reminds
be
me of
happy,
your
right?
cup that you got at Walmart.
Guess what? I'm going to show you something. After I got off that live, I got to thinking. In fact, this cup I'm drinking out of right now, enjoy every moment. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I on a different screen? I don't even think I'm on this. I'm not. That's why I'm so far away. Well, we'll figure that out later. So let me figure out where. Oh, this one. Oh, it's all the way up there. So this
Good
one
morning,
here.
Daniel. Enjoy every moment. I love that. Oh my gosh, that could be your cup.
Well, I have some more of those for giveaways, and look at what I found. I have one of those that I had last night.
Right.
So,
That's the
it's called
exact
the
same
midwife.
kind of cup as this, except for
Yep.
mine has a handle.
So this will be what goes in the giveaway bag for Call the Midwife next week.
So,
yep.
Well, that's awesome. Good morning, Daniel. Not ignoring anybody, was just waiting for Cynthia to finish what she was saying. So, oh God, I was so tired last night. We did Cynthia's Joy Live, and then after her, and that was just a wreck because YouTube decided that they were going to interrupt her, and it took her forever to get back on. And I was like, do you want me to go on and you can join, but I don't know how. Now that would have worked, Cynthia, if you had a community tab. When you hit 1,000 and you have a community tab, that will work.
Well, I was
oh my
almost
God.
there. They took a lot of my subscribers from me too, but so.
Well, they're coming back because you were at 811 this morning when I watched your Joy. You guys, hold on a second. I gotta cover my dog. Just a second. She's over there whining. I'll be right back.
Well, good morning, everyone. I appreciate, I don't know what time it is where you are, but I appreciate you being here with us and just hanging out with us. Yeah, I'm not very technical. Like if you show me how to do something, I can do it. But so when computers crash and, like right now, I'm not sure how to change my camera so I'm not so far away from you. I usually have to rely on, Mr. Joyful for that. because I'm just not joyfully intellectual. I'm just reading the chat, Keri.
Okay, so if you all heard me laughing, it was because I had made Jason a blanket. Hold on a second, Jen, and we'll address that. For Jason, that is like a throw blanket, but it's super long and it's probably the size of a twin bed. My dog had about this much covering her of that blanket. So she was whining because she's cold.
Oh.
Now, Jen, does this woman have like a 500,000 subscribers? Because I watched a video of another person whose life was YouTube. I mean, that's how they made their income. And so, what somebody had done was they had made an account and put pinned by and then her channel name. So every time they commented, they thought it was her that was commenting. And he was telling them to give money. And so if anybody ever sees a text, and I'm going to include Cynthia in this too, because I know she would never ask. If anybody sees us asking you to go to a different channel while we're live, or even in a video that we have, we would never do that. We might want you to go to a video after the video's done to check it out. We would never ask for any money. We would never ask for you to donate any money to, I mean, this poor lady had to call. I mean, they literally had shut down. So even though they delete Ladybird's channel, if they do it on the 12th, she can still get it back if she continues to fight. This lady she has over 800 videos and over 500,000 subscribers, and they shut her down for some comments. Now, whether it was too many emojis, or because they really, like, I'm lazy. So for my Christmas and July fairies, I had something typed out, and then if they wanted something different, I put it at the beginning of what I had typed out. And I had 4 emojis, and it worked 2 days ago, and now it says something went wrong, so I had to take away one of my elephants. So YouTube is, I'm not sticking up for them, but they're trying to get rid of the trolls, and they're trying to make this a better place. But Lisa can still, it says Lisa only has 550 subscribers.
What? So I will tell you something that I heard, that YouTube, like, for example, them taking almost 200, subscribers from me. I heard that when you gain a lot of subscribers, and let's just face it, I went from 795 to 925 subscribers from midnight on July 1st to about 7 o'clock last night on the 2nd. So I heard that when something like that happens, YouTube will actually take those subscribers away from your count so that trolls who see that, drastic increase don't come in and take over your channel. And then YouTube just kind of feeds them back to you slowly. So you get them back, but you're getting them in a gradual, process so that it doesn't alert trolls and the trolls stay away from you. And if that is indeed what has happened, then I actually have a lot of respect for YouTube. But on the same hand, and I know with COVID and all that, they're shorthanded, but it would be nice if they could have someone, that's in the social media aspect of everything to kind of reach out to content creators and let them know what's going on. There should be a better line of communication, but
yes, there
anyway,
should be.
So
there probably won't be though. Sorry, my avalanche is starting to come down. Huh?
If that's truly what's happening, though, that's really, wonderful of YouTube. Because then they're trying to protect your channel and keep it safe.
Right. I think, so I did find out that it's against YouTube policies to have giveaways. And I don't
really
that. Yeah, that is one of their big things, is that it's not it's not a giveaway platform. But people are going to continue to do giveaways. I think they're overlooking that. Because there's so many things that says, like my Crojo planner that I drew for yesterday, that congratulations, you won. And good morning, Mayor. And Sweet Tea won because actually Nana Kathleen B. Crochet won, but she didn't need it because she had one. So she donated it to Sweet Tea, which was amazing. But I did another one last night, and apparently I didn't check whether or not there was an age appropriate thing. I was so tired. I mean, have you seen the video yet, Cynthia?
I did. Yes.
I'm like I'm laying in bed and it's dark and I'm trying to keep my eyes open. But I wanted it to upload while I was sleeping because I didn't want it to interfere with this, and I wanted to get it out. And I got so many messages. Like Lisa sent me a message in WhatsApp, I think that's what it is. And then somebody else sent me Trisha, Mama Swift, sent me a text because she really wants one in my phone text. And I was like, really? I don't know how to turn that, but it was really super simple to turn them back on. Good morning, Tammy Cook.
Well, this is my moral to the story. No matter what's happening, and you know what 3-letter word I'm going to say. Mm-hmm. The moral of the story is you can't let these, we can't, I'm going to include myself, we can't let these things define us. And more than anything, we can't let it steal our joy. I mean, right. Life will go on, and
it's kind of like let go and let God.
Absolutely.
Because it really,
God will take us and take us through it. So
yep, it really is out of our hand.
Yep.
As if we only have one hand. It's really out of our hands.
And I don't let YouTube pick my friends, and I don't let them take my friends. So, either way, I'm going to come out on the better side.
Good morning, Granny Square. So, Cynthia, can you see the chat? You can see the chat, right? Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Did you see what the Paw Ply guy said after Crystal shouted out for him?
Yes, that he had 200 of his subs taken away and they gradually came back. So yours are gradually coming back, and that's the thing about Christmas and July fairies. When I last looked at Dana's video, she had over 500 comments, and that's probably at least 300 people that will be new to your channel. That's why I'm saying don't worry about it, because it's going to put you over 1K.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. You know what? I woke up this morning and before I got on the phone bright and early, I was kind of playing around on YouTube. I didn't even go look at my count because I just decided that I wasn't going to start my day with that. But what I did do was I went through my email, and when it said someone had subscribed, I just went over to their channel. So I spent a few minutes with that, I didn't get through many before I spent some morning joy with a friend on the phone, but I got to meet a couple new people today. They don't even know I met them. And that was more beautiful to me than anything. So,
right. Well, that's cool.
yeah. So, I have to pick my battles, and this is one that's just not, it's just not worth getting upset over. So, because
right.
at the end of the day, I mean, it all goes back to why I have a Joy Friend notebook, where everybody that does come to my channel has a page in it. It's not about the numbers, it's about the person. And if
right.
I have to call you by a number and not by your name, then, I don't want that. I would rather be small and a nobody than to be a somebody that, doesn't have the connections. I want the people connection. So I'm good, and I got sleep finally. So
yeah.
So no more crazy ears.
So I'm doing I don't know if I want to call it a make along or a cow, but we're going to start doing granny squares on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because there are some people out there that don't know how to put them together. And I do it the old fashioned way. I do the single crochet, so that you got the lines that show that they've been so that's going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you have scrap yarn and you want to join us, you can. And I'm also collecting granny squares so I can make blankets for our domestic violence shelter and our local Indians who live in horrible circumstances. I mean, they live between North Bonneville and Stevenson, and you drive by there and it's like I don't want to say a dump, but if you picture a trailer park with the trailers all broke down and nobody able to live in them because the windows are gone, and then so what happens is they live in them until they're unlivable, and then they just go buy another one, and they don't have registrations for them to haul them off. And so I, I don't know why, and I don't know how, but there's so many trailers in this area, and I don't know how many of them are actually livable, but we do have a program here to reach out to them so that we can make blankets for them for the winter. So, oh, Granny, that was so sweet.
What did you read?
Cynthia, I subscribed to you from Granny Square.
Well, thank you.
I still have that migraine.
You still what?
I still have that migraine.
Oh my gosh. How long have you had that?
About 6 or 7 days now. I lost track.
Oh, wow. I'm
Now
sorry.
she has to add me to her page. I love that, Granny Square. She'll be more than happy to do that.
Absolutely.
Cynthia is so organized. It not makes me sick. You know how when somebody does like people who can it doesn't make it makes me sick is kind of like a sarcastic way of saying it, but it doesn't make me sick. It kind of makes me jealous because I'm so unorganized. I can't now. I'll let you know a little bit. I'm a Virgo. Virgos are supposed to be organized and able to hate clutter and I hate clutter. I feel like everything on the outside of my body is just this great big huge mess and there's not anything I can do about it. And I saw a video, and I know I brought this up yesterday, but I saw a video. Somebody said, bag o' day, I show you mine, you show me yours, and it's their yarn room and how they work in it. And it was so clean and so organized. I said to her, I wish you lived close enough to help me organize because I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I have and what I don't have. Um, that's one of the reasons why I'm going to start doing a giveaway for my Patreon members. I know, Denny. Well, the thing is, I I actually am a true Virgo when it comes to organizing. I end up making a bigger mess and end up getting it organized, but it has to be just perfect. And I I don't necessarily have to have it I, color color coordinated like everybody else, but I'd like to know what I have and where it's at. And right now, I've got so many boxes, and it's going to stay that way until I move. And then I think all my walls are going to be wall art, yarn art, I mean, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to, because we're moving from a 4-bedroom to a 1-bedroom, and I have a whole bedroom full of yarn. So on the 15th, I'm taking my first, I'm going to put my Patreon members in a hat, or I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'll do it live. I don't know yet, Denny. We haven't got approved for a place yet. The place that I applied at is a 55 and older. Yes, it is. My sister's a Gemini, and you are a twinny. Yeah. Um, the place that I applied to is 55 and over, and I'm only 45. I won't be 55 until September, so they're trying to wait until I don't know how much closer I can get to 55 without being 55. I mean, it's July, my gosh. July, August, 2 months, and I'll be 55. So, well, July, if you count July. So, 2.5 months because it's the middle of the month. But it's in God's hands. I'll be moving when He tells me it's time to move. And if I end up having to put the majority of the stuff in storage and live in a vehicle for a little while, I'm 54. Did I say I'm 45?
You did. That's what I was trying to figure that out too, but I wasn't going to interrupt you.
No, I'm dyslexic too, really bad. I'm 54, a proud 54. I'm going to be 55. Denny's like, Keri! I have no idea what Tauruses are for organization. Let me know what I am supposed to be, LOL. You know, I don't. It's been so long since I've been into signs and stuff. Um, a Taurus is they're bullheaded. I'm sorry, Denny. I meant 54. In 2.5 months I'll be 55. But it would be nice to be 45 again, because at 45 I was a lot healthier and I would definitely do things different if I had the opportunity to go back to 45. I don't think I'd want to go any younger than that though. Yeah, I don't care about it either, but um I just know that Virgos are supposed to be really organized, and this Virgo, I mean, I can do it. It's just going to take me a long time. Like, Cynthia's room is so beautiful. Look at Cynthia's room compared to my room. It's stacked up.
I drive a lot of people crazy, though.
Huh?
I drive a lot of people crazy. Like my husband, like I'm really weird. Like I have my sink. There has to be, all the dishes have to be washed and clean before I can start cooking. Like everything just has to have its place. And my husband's just like, can we just start cooking? And I'm like, no.
Can we just start cooking?
So I drive people crazy.
That's okay though. It's okay to be like that. And I don't think
have a place in my house, it's got to go find joy in somebody else's. That's just my rule. Less is more.
Yes, Denny, I am, and you're right.
That is so true.
Julie.
Matthew West sings that. We're the child of the one true King. Yes.
I love that song.
I do too.
So why don't you tell everybody a little bit about Call to the Midwife and what you're doing?
Okay.
So, or I mean, Call the Midwife.
First of all, that is like one of my most favorite parts of my channel is the movie night, and I cannot take credit for it. Bree from Bree's Little Yarn Corner. If y'all are not friends or family members of hers, I'm just going to do a little shout out. She's trying to grow her channel. She's very close to her 100 subscribers. So, but gosh, I'm trying to think now, because we did Longmire and it took us almost a year. And so I've only been on YouTube a year in March. March was a year. So I probably had only been on YouTube maybe 2.5, 3 months, Keri, when Bree just out of the blue one night just pops up on my live for like the first or second time ever and says, why don't you do a crochet movie night or movie thing? And I didn't even know what to think about it. Like I didn't know how to go about it, but so we started it. But basically what it is, we've done Longmire, so I'm going to just skip past that. We're now doing Call the Midwife. Last night we started season 2. And so this is our fourth week into Call the Midwife. So we watched 2 episodes on our own time. And then on Friday nights, we come together and we discuss them through trivia questions. And those that are, playing and answering the trivia, if you get it correct, you get a point. And then the person who answers the correct answer first gets 2 points. And then just recently, we started throwing in bonus questions. And
those are hard.
I was going to say they're a lot harder than the other ones. Are multiple choice or true and false. And then the bonus questions, they're kind of hard. So you have to like really kind of pay attention to the show, which is good for the mind. But anyway, and paying attention to detail. But those are worth 3 points. And so the points are accumulated over the entire, seasons of Call the Midwife. And at the end, the person who has the most points will get the grant, like a grand prize giveaway. But every week, my husband, Mr. Joyful, he picks a question out of one of the 2 episodes, and I don't even see it. I don't know what question he's picked until everyone else finds out, is when I find out. And whoever answered that question first correctly, they get a small little prize. And they're really small prizes. I mean, they're not anything that you would write home about. It might be just a stitch marker, or, something crochet, yarny, sewing related. And down the road, it might.
I hate to interrupt you, but what did Roseanne pick last night?
She picked a pink dragonfly stitch marker.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
So
well, I'm going to interrupt you for just a second because I want to explain to you guys the bonus question. Like one of the bonus questions last night was the name, and I'm horrible with names. So it was the name of the character, and she ended up being a teen mom and had a baby and left the baby on the steps of the midwife and the nuns. I can't remember the name of the place. See, I'm horrible.
The Anonymous house.
Yes. And the question was, what color was the blanket? I'm like, I'm never going to get one of these bonus questions. But there obviously there were 3 points because you really have to. And I watched season 1 through season 2 already, and I stopped because I want to start watching them so that they're fresh in my mind. But anyway, go ahead.
So yeah, once I get fully recovered from having had back surgery and I get a job again, then the prizes will, the weekly prizes will be bigger. But anyway, but it's just all in fun. That's the main thing. My goal in anything I do is it's not really, the big picture, is about, giving you content and things that you enjoy. But for me, Friday night is about laughter and fellowship and, just people hanging out in a fun, safe, non-judgmental, all-inclusive, environment, and just having fun, clean fun. And so the prizes, all of that, that's just extra fun. But then the fun part about it is we take it to a crochet level. And that I give some credit to Jen Reeves on, because we were talking one afternoon, and that's when we decided, well, what if we did something? Because when we were doing Longmire, she says, well, when we get to call the midwife, because we knew like maybe 2 weeks into Longmire that we were going to do call the midwife next. And she says, well, when we get to call the midwife, what about we did the actual call the midwife blanket? And I said, oh, that would be amazing. So then a week later, I came back and I said to everyone, let's do a crochet along. So we created this Longmire blanket, and it had no rhyme or reason. Every week it was a different stitch. It took other people out of their comfort zone. It took me out of my comfort zone. And in the end, and can you see it? Kind of right there on that chair, that colorful thing, that's my Longmire blanket. But the thing that when I look at that, it tells me my skill set has improved because I did things that I didn't normally know how to do. And the call the midwife blankets right now, they're just, not to overuse the word joy, but they're just, you don't have to think so much about what you're doing. It's more relaxing, and they're short projects. That's a big blanket over there, but it was fun. But we were doing Longmire for a year. Yeah.
So this is the classic.
That's pretty.
And then this is the first one that we did. I'm doing the block. Hi, Gina. How are you? I'm doing the block where it has the heart puff, which is there. The you can
You're doing
see
the
it
blocks
by,
of love.
yeah, the blocks of love. And then here's the butterfly.
That is pretty.
And I'm just using so the only one I'm missing is next week's, and it's going to be a dragonfly. And then
And that comes out Monday.
yep. So this was the first one. So it's going to be next to, well, show that, is yours really close so you can show them the, if
It
not,
is.
it's okay.
So
She's working on her uh classic. I saw it.
yeah.
How are you doing, Gina? This is just an impromptu crochet and chat of what we're up to and what we. I'm trying to figure out what baby blanket to make for my great nephew. Oh my gosh. She's got three. Cynthia has three really cool blankets that she. You could do it in blue. The one that she's working on, I'll have her show it next. But go ahead and show the blocks of love.
Okay. So this is what the blocks of love is going to look like. And so, whoops, and I just threw granny squares on the floor. Sorry. Yeah, I did not see me bend over, but I don't have my wand in here. Anyway, it's granny squares. So this was intended for those that like doing granny squares because some people love them and some people don't. So I was trying to do a variety of the blankets with the pattern. I'm gonna see if I can hold this up. Can y'all see this? Try and get in front of this camera.
Yes.
So here's the granny square. I'm gonna see which way to go. There we go. That has the puff heart on it. And then it comes into the classic. And then it'll slide across into the butterfly. And then it'll slide across into the dragonfly. And then it will end with another puff heart. And then the next row will start. So I can't really, let's see.
That's perfect. You can get the whole thing right there.
Okay.
So it's got two hearts and then the classic, the butterfly, and the dragonfly on it. And it's going to look that way all the way up.
Correct.
Her name is Gina Denny.
So I have some panels individual if it helps see them better. So there's the one with the heart. And this is the classic. And the butterfly. And then the dragonfly. And so this one's called the Midwife Blocks of Love blanket. Then I have another, so I have all three tutorials are going on and they come out every Monday. And then there's just one of the classic and we're doing that in a solid color and I'm doing it in this mint green. I'm gonna bring it a little bit closer.
Isn't that beautiful, Jenny?
And then my absolute favorite, and I think it's just because of the color combo, but anyway, is the Born in Love blanket. And this is for those that maybe like doing more of like the mile a minute type blanket, because that's kind of what it is. It's done in strips, and I can get the strips, but when you put it together, it looks like this. So you have a row of the classic, a row of the butterfly, and a row of the dragonfly. And you put a border. So let me grab those strips real quick so you can see them.
So, and she has tutorials on her channel that walk you through each one of these blankets.
So you just make them in strips. And then I do a tutorial that shows how to put them together, how to put the strips together. And then I'll do a tutorial showing how to put the segments together. That one's upside down.
They're very detailed. You can't, she did amazing.
Well, thank you,
on her
Keri.
tutorials. You're welcome.
Oh. But I'm going to show y'all something. I'm doing a side project because, I don't have enough going on. And so
This
I'm
one's
doing
really pretty too.
I'm doing one that's just the butterflies. So this is what it looks like so far.
That is so pretty. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
But I can't wait to show y'all the border we're going to do. I mean, it's not anything, it's out there. It's not my idea. But the way we're going to do it, to me, it's just going to make these blankets pop. And we're doing the same border on all 3 blankets. So, yeah, I'm excited. And then since, because, I'm organized, I went and figured out by the time we get through the 10th season of Call the Midwife, it's going to be like towards the end of April next year. So we're going to finish these projects before we probably get to the 6th season, maybe 7th season of Call the Midwife. So we're going to do a shawl. We're going to do a Call the Midwife shawl. So I'm excited.
Cool.
But also,
when
we get to season 5, we're going to go ahead and figure out, we're going to do a video and a poll of what, series to do next, so that I can go ahead and start thinking about what the projects are going to be and get them done. So by the time we start, I actually have finished projects and I can actually give yarn yardage. You have no idea how much that's drove me crazy that I can't provide that information for y'all, because I'm still in the process of making everything. So I want to be ahead of everything so I can give you every single detail of the project. But yeah, not being able to give yarn, because it is frustrating if you're making something and then you run out of yarn and don't have enough. And I would feel really bad if that happened on one of my projects. So, like I'm leaving you guys. So, but anyway, and I always have room for improvement. I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. So I love constructive criticism. I love suggestions. I love ideas. And I do believe that more heads in the game are better than just my, spider web head.
Oh, so Nancy's made the Call the Midwife multiple times and made the butterfly one once.
Ah, cool.
That is cool. I honestly didn't know that was a thing. I totally thought that you had made this all up. And
oh, no. I don't know. The Call the Midwife blanket, I mean, as you saw in the Christmas episode, the first episode of season 2 that we discussed last night, there was a baby wrapped in the classic. Now the butterfly and the dragonfly, that's more modern, but this classic pattern, this has been around since I think the 1940s is when it originally came out.
Wow.
And Call the Midwife starts in 1957, although we're currently in 1958 now in the storyline. No, this is not my idea.
And I guess 1934, because I thought it was back further than that.
Right. Now, I will tell you that the granny square, okay, so let me say this so that I'm saying it politically correct, because that's the right thing to do. The pattern of the classic, the butterfly and the dragonfly, I did not create. That is not me. But the design of this granny square and how it's done is. And I have to tell y'all, I literally frogged this thing so many times to get the original, because I had to get it to match this square. And to get it to match up, I mean, it was a nightmare. Like, it probably took me close to 6.5 weeks to get this stuff done. I threw away, because I got so tired of unfrogging things, I threw away literally 6 granny squares that were completely made up. And I know that's a travesty that I threw that much yarn away, but it just took me a while to get it to work out, because this was not originally how I was going to do the granny square. But when I decided to add this puff stitch in, because I always like challenging myself and thinking a little outside the box. And so I kind of wanted to be encouraging in that way with you guys as well. But even this block here, it was inspired by somebody else, but I had to change it up just a little bit in order to have it match for us to have two of the pattern in one granny square. So anyway.
Well, you did great. And Julie said that she loves your work. Wow, amazing. And Glammy, I would close YouTube, maybe restart your computer and come back, and see if that helps it.
What does Nancy say? I've seen others, one with a flower and one with a what?
Cross.
Oh. Because
Good morning, Todd.
Because the classic is supposed to be a flower, but that would be beautiful. What's that? I'm sorry.
Like come bring your presents.
He brought food. A cross would be beautiful. Oh, I would love that. That would be really pretty for like a christening blanket or something.
Mm-hmm. So. Well, and you would think if you did it like the classic blanket and did the cross like with, did the cross with holes, that would be cool.
That would be.
Gina says, really gorgeous work, Cynthia.
Thank you. But see, this is what I love about when you learn to do things that take you a little out of your comfort zone. I have been wanting for 2 years to design a duster type sweater, so that it's one that will have long sleeves and it'll go all the way down, like to my calves. Well, I was wanting to do 2 different types, and I just haven't finished getting them designed. But I've got the bottom end of one of them designed, but it will literally kind of go kind of like the chevron at the bottom. And so it'll be like one solid color, but then as you get down to the bottom and the chevron portion starts taking over from like the, A-frame type, it'll change colors and it'll have, smaller, stripes. So the color is kind of down at the bottom so that your eyes are drawn when one's wearing it to the length of it and the chevron at the bottom with the color change up. And so then I wanted to design another one because I love butterflies. And I was in the thought process of like doing it kind of like we did on the Longmire with the dream catcher, cross stitching it on with the yarn. But now that we've learned how to do this with the butterflies and the classic and the dragonfly and all that, now I know how to do it by just, creating the spaces. So what I'll probably do is do a color change up.
Right.
So anyway, so I'm excited. I can't wait to do that. But I got to get the Elvis blanket done first. That's
butterflies are my spirit animal.
So, but yeah.
I don't know if it's because they have such tiny brains or if they only live for, I think they live for like 3 or 4 weeks. They don't live for very long. I don't know why they're my spirit animal, but I guess I'm a flutterby.
Well, I was gonna say I like butterflies because one, they're really pretty and they're inspiring. They come from a caterpillar. It's like, the caterpillar has to go through this metamorphosis, and then so I kind of relate it to my Christianity. Like I'm a sinner every day, and even when I go from a caterpillar to a butterfly, when I go from not having a relationship with the Lord to one with the Lord, there's a transformation. And, you go from a caterpillar to this beautiful, elegant butterfly. And that's how I feel with my Christian life. I'm still a caterpillar inside. I will always be a caterpillar. But when Christ comes into my life, then, there's like something different. There's such a beautiful change. And then butterflies flutter around you. They don't stay in one place. And that's how I hope that I am in other people's lives, that I just flutter around and sprinkle a little joy and keep going. And
You do.
So butterflies are, that's why butterflies are my thing.
Yep.
So, and then my mom said I'm a social butterfly. So I said, well, God made me that way.
You are.
But anyway, I've been talking a lot, so your turn.
So I did another giveaway for Crojo's planner. This one I'm doing all by myself. I don't think that she's going to do one. But it's so popular that I'll probably do one every couple of weeks because everybody wants one, and it's so easy. I just have to have your address, and then Amazon ships it to you. It's no big deal, and I have Prime, so I don't have to pay for shipping. And there's all the different kinds. Like, for instance, I was talking to Cynthia yesterday before the lives, and I told her that she had won, and we were looking at the different ones, and then I told her that Laura had come up with a YouTube planner also, and I had ordered that, and I will get it on Wednesday. But it's 333 pages, and it's to help you keep your channel organized. And if you plan on doing something, well, anyway, organization is Cynthia's thing, and so this book would be better for her than a planner book. So I have a planner book here, and I want to order a different planner book. So this one is perfect for her. She said that she would take this one. So I'm going to mail this one to her. And I was thinking too, Cynthia, that we should put a planner in the giveaway.
Yes, if we do that, it'll have to be one for next year. Because
they don't have years on it.
Oh.
They don't have dates on it.
That just makes my heart smile even more.
Yeah, so what I might do is I might send you one to put in there for the winner. I'd like to do that.
Keri, I have a quick question. Are we able to, like, I can read the chat, and like, I don't want to like interrupt you when you're talking, but I see people making comments. Is there a way that we can comment back to them, or no?
Yes, there is. Oh no, you can't. So where's your phone at?
Right here under my blanket.
If you go to the live on your phone and just pause it, you can comment to everybody. Yeah,
okay.
So when somebody comes in and says hi or whatever, I try to wave to let them know that I'm acknowledging them. But yeah, that does make it a little difficult. But anyway, so I haven't decided whether I'm going to do one or two planners this time. But I was so tired when I did that video that I had the comments turned off. Well, that's been fixed, so people can comment now.
Gotcha.
I can't believe I did that.
Okay.
So, and even though you won one, you can still, Cynthia, you can still do, join the giveaway, and then you can donate to somebody, or you can put it in the gift for the end of the.
After our conversation, honestly, I promise, I actually already said that to my husband.
Said what?
That to my husband.
That you were gonna. I'm
Give it
lost.
away.
I was
Give it
reading.
away.
Huh?
After what we discussed,
Hmm.
that yeah, there'd be a giveaway involved. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, you don't have to pause it. You could just turn the volume down. That's true. Thank you, Jen. I just always keep it paused so then I don't have to worry about. But anyway, so again, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I don't. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays will be probably a washcloth along or just discussion. It depends on how. I mean, people might not want to watch me 7 days a week. So if that becomes, I might end up just doing a couple of days a week. I haven't decided yet. I still like doing the 7 days a week. My nose itches. Does that mean somebody's talking about you? My coffee's cold.
you're doing what I'm doing, reading the chat.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I feel like when I don't acknowledge somebody, I'm ignoring them, and I don't want them to think I'm ignoring them. So that's why I was wanting
Right.
to know I could get in the chat and.
Right, Jen. Oh, Jen, how was your dentist appointment? I know you were very, very anxious about that. How did that go? I meant to ask you last night, but I forgot. My concern is if you may burn out during the 7 days a week, you do need time for mental rest. Take care of yourself. 5 days is a full-time job. Oh, see, this isn't a job. This is fun for me. So, like, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but I'll get off the live and then I'll be like, well, what am I gonna do now? And then a few hours later, I'll be like, I think I'm gonna go live again, but I don't. I just got a text that says my refund needs to be picked up today. Scammers will do whatever they can to get. I still hate the dentist, so I probably will change dentists. Am I just? Oh, Jen, I absolutely am scared to death of the dentist. I literally, even though I don't have teeth now, I still go because my teeth don't fit right. So I get in that chair and I have to have them put a sheet on the chair because the anxiety is so bad my body sweats and I start sticking to the chair. But I literally have to tell myself that I'm going to be okay and this is a good thing that I'm doing, and literally like, hi Jennifer. But when I had to have all of my teeth pulled, I wanted to be sedated and like knocked out and woke up with them all gone, and they wouldn't do that because of my weight. So they gave me laughing gas, which actually I'd never had before, but it worked really well with my anxiety and the pain. So Maybe they can give you laughing gas. And if you don't like your dentist, you definitely need to find a new one. Because you have to. I've had one dentist in my life that I could sit in the chair and almost fall asleep because he just was so great.
That's good.
But they're hard to find. The good ones are really hard to find. So how are you, Froggy? Froggy Jennifer?
Jennifer, yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Whoops. I was trying to read Jennifer's comment. Basically, it was all.
Oh my goodness.
Jen, that is awful. Oh, yeah, I would not go back to him. I would go. So, what I do, Froggy When and Knitting is Jennifer, Julie, not Gina.
Gina is Knitting Turnpike.
Yeah. I would find a new dentist, and I would, when you get there, I would tell them, you know, my anxiety is through the roof, or call them and have me. I mean, because you can talk to the dentist, you can have them call you and talk to them and tell them, you know, I'm really nervous about this. I've had a really bad experience. I've had a dentist tell me that what I'm going through is my fault because I don't, and I would just tell them that. And they're, hi, Angela. How are you? But yeah, I would definitely find a new dentist, Jen. And I don't know that I would necessarily wait. I would find one and keep looking until you feel comfortable in their chair. I mean, you're not going to ever feel comfortable and fall asleep, but you know what I mean. You're going to have a rapport with them. Which will make it nicer. Like the dentist that I had that was really good. I never saw the needle. He always had it hidden behind his back, and he would talk to me, and I would be looking at his face and not what his hands were doing. And he was doing that on purpose to distract me from what he was going to do. And so as long as I didn't look down towards my mouth and see his hand, I was okay. But, oh, I would have got up and walked out. When I was 20, I think I was 23, and I had, my wisdom tooth was growing in like this, forward towards my teeth, but it was on this side, and it was impacted, and it was just a mess, and I should have had it surgically removed. Multitasking is not my thing. I sat in the chair for over 4 hours with my mouth open, and he kept leaving the room and calling my mom and making sure that what he was doing was okay and that I wasn't going to come back and sue him. And it was like, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know that I should have went.
She said she couldn't walk out. Her tooth was cutting into her jaw. Yeah, she's having trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Your cheek, not your jaw.
Right. Oh, hon, I'm so sorry. But, and it wasn't until he was done that he said that he'd been in contact with my mom the whole time and that she gave him permission to work on my mouth. And I was just like going, oh my God, and it was horrible because he knew I was afraid. He was afraid that if he sent me to an oral surgeon that I wouldn't go. And he might be right. Hindsight's 2020. I don't know what I would have done. So let's not talk about this horrible dentist anymore. Let's talk about Yarny stuff.
So I have to tell you something funny.
Okay.
So you guys can tell me if you think this is just a flaw of mine or what. But we talked about organization.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got it's a subscriber notebook, but it's basically what I call my Joy Friend notebook. Everybody has their own personal page. And then I have another book that a friend made me that is the birthday book that has everybody's birthdays in it. But did you know that I also have an Excel spreadsheet that has every single subscriber that I have on there, and it has their name, it's alphabetized, and then it has the day that you subscribe to me, and then it has your birthday on there. And if your name is not in your channel, I have it on there. So that's how I learn who people are. And I do study that. So, yeah.
Hi, Bonnie.
So either my organization is a good thing or it's a really major flaw.
No, we talked on the phone. We talked on the phone and you told me that, and I thought that was great. If I had a computer, I get so many messages from YouTube, and I guess I don't have the right program to be able to make different folders.
Mm-hmm. It's even sadder. Well, I don't know if it's a sad thing. It's just who I am. It's just how I'm built. This pad of paper is literally all the new subscribers that I've gotten from the Christmas and July fairies. I'm on like the 7th or 8th page. I've been writing their names down so I can go to their channels and connect with them. It will probably take me a whole year to do it, but I will do it.
No, it won't.
So,
it won't take you that long.
But
I think that's cool. That's just you, and I love you. I don't think there's anything that you could do that could change that.
So
I don't think you're weird.
Well, thank you.
I think you're organized. Yes, Bonnie. Did you do a video? Bonnie's waiting for her fairy number. That's another interesting thing for Cynthia is her fairy number.
Yeah. I am number 13.
And it's not unlucky 13.
Nope. Well, I'm not a superstitious person. And y'all were talking about astrological signs and stuff earlier. I don't really know a lot about my sign. I just know that I'm called a moon child. And we're supposed to be very compassionate people. And you would think that with my husband and I literally both being moon children, because we're only 16 days apart in our birthdays, that we would like conflict, but we don't. And so I don't know. It's good. It's good. But I'm very organized and a neat freak, and he is quite the polar opposite. That's where our only conflict comes in.
Well, opposites attract, and if that's your only opposite, that's good.
So, yep. But since I've come into his life, he is now a lover of yarn, a lover of
Oh,
baseball. So
that's
yeah.
so sweet. He really, really is a sweetheart. When I was talking to you yesterday while you were getting out of the truck or car and he was helping you, I was just, don't be embarrassed. It was all so sweet. He really is a good guy. You got a really, really good guy.
I do.
And so do I. I mean, Jason does so much for me. It He thinks I don't realize how much he does for me, but I know how much he does for me, and I do appreciate it. Oh, I got something in the mail.
Well, don't
So,
tell Mrs. Joyful this, but I'm hoping, Lord willing, to be completely and totally back on my feet 100% by the end of July. And I plan on just turning the tables. And because I do miss cooking, I do miss how I miss driving. I've learned that's probably one of the biggest things I've learned through this journey is the things that I take for granted in life. But I want to wash all the dishes for the next half of the year. I want to do the cooking. I want to do the cleaning of the house. Oh my God.
yeah.
Anyway,
Well, hang on
I
just a
want to take
second,
him on
Cynthia.
vacation.
Bonnie, I think you need a number. You need clarification that I don't know. I'm not a fairy, so, but I think you do need the number. If you haven't gotten one yet, email Gia, and let her know that, you want to get your video out there and you still need a number.
She can put her video out, but she needs to email them to get her number, because when you draw your semifinalists, you have to send in your semifinalist's name with your number. So they're not taking you in by your channel name, they're taking you by your number. So when they draw the grand prize winner, they take that name, match the number, and then they go over to the number and find the fairy's video that way. So anyway, it's a little bit confusing, but it's not. So she can go ahead and upload her video, but then she needs to just tell them that she's got one out there. And once she does, they'll also put her in the playlist.
So I was under the impression, and now this is from a contestant and not a fairy, but I was under the impression from when I talked to Dana that she didn't want to know who people's winners were. She just wanted their winner video.
By their number.
Bonnie, you can do your video and then either or. I would email Gia, because people have until the 14th. And some people aren't even doing their drawing until the 18th. And I'm like they're changing the rules. But whatever, it's not my thing. I don't care. And like Dana said, she's not going to police it because that's just what she has a full-time job. I don't blame her at all. I wouldn't want to police it either. It's supposed to be something fun. And, but what I was asking you, Bonnie, when I said, did you make a video yet? I meant of your yarn haul. Yeah, just make sure you have hashtag Christmas in July Fairies 21 on your video.
So Bonnie, I'm going to put the email that you have to send to get your fairy number in the chat box. Just give me a minute to get in there, but I'll drop that email.
Well, and then after she writes it down, delete it.
Oh, how do I do that?
Just
go remove it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you just click on it and,
well,
I mean, I could remove it. Bonnie, do you need the email?
I was going to say, if she wants to email me, I can email it back to her then. That way I'm not putting it in there.
They do have a Facebook group. Okay, she has the email. No worries.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know. I keep reiterating Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be Stash Busters. We're going to start doing and I hope Cynthia's going to join us, but she might be busy filming and stuff, and you don't have to necessarily work on what we're doing, but we're going to do a Stash Buster. Well, except for me, because not a Stash Buster, a Scrap Buster, and we're going to do granny blankets. We're going to make the granny squares. There are some people that don't know how to put the granny squares together, and so we're going to work on that. And I'm also... Okay, Bonnie, love you, sweetie.
Bye, Bonnie.
Also...
Hugs, hugs.
Yes, hugs, hugs, hugs. I love that. I bet you give the best hugs, Cynthia.
I just try to give hugs and joy.
Well, see, I like a hug. I mean, I like a hug. You know, my grandma gave the best hugs, and my cousin gives the best hugs. Anyway, so we're gonna do I'm making a
Nancy,
Christmas
that
tree
sounds
skirt. I
beautiful.
bought a Christmas yarn.
That
Oh yeah.
sounds great, Nancy.
Bye, Bonnie, sweetie. Anyway, I'm donating I'm also collecting granny squares so I can make blankets for our domestic violence group and our Indians that are in our town, or in our community, not in our town, in our community. They're really, really low income, poverty level income. So if anybody wants to make granny squares, Keri Bonnie has her hobby. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I'll have to watch that. Thank you, Julie. But I'll be taking 8x8 or 12x12 squares. If you want to well, welcome back, Ina. Other than that, so Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays are planned. Our Saturdays are with Cynthia's Joyful Creation, and it's just kind of an impromptu where we just talk about whatever. Maybe later on we'll start something after she gets done with her blankets. And then because she has a really good setup system where she can do the tutorial and actually you can see her hands do the stitch and stuff. The
Keri,
stitches.
I don't know if you can see this. Let me get out the way. Sorry, I'm not rolling. I'm not rolling the right way. Hang on. Can you see that big calendar back there?
The black one?
Is it too far away?
Is it black?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
That's my weekly work schedule for my YouTube channel.
Oh, cool.
So that's how I try to stay on track and get my videos out on time.
There you go. That's cool.
Speaking of which, I just found out that one of our other content creators has a birthday Monday, so I got to get busy, make sure she has a birthday video coming out.
That's my mom's birthday.
July 5th?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, happy birthday to your mom.
Thank you. I will let her know.
Now, does your mom get on
Oh,
YouTube?
no. But you know what's really funny is I call her every morning and every night. And I called her yesterday morning and she goes, "Did you do your Zoom yet?" And I said, "Mom, it's not Zoom. It's called Live on YouTube." And she goes, "Oh, well, what's the difference?" And I'm like, "Well, Zoom is with a bunch of friends and YouTube is with a bunch of Yarny friends that, well, I guess it's kind of the same." Okay, Nancy.
Oh, thank you, Julie.
So, does anybody have any questions for Cynthia or I? Oh, I forgot to grab a bottle of water.
So, does anybody have any plans for the 4th of July? What's everybody doing this weekend?
I am going to my mom's tomorrow and we're having liver and hearts, chicken hearts. Chicken livers and chicken hearts. Yum.
I have never had that.
Oh my gosh, they're so good. Especially the way that Jason makes them. He makes them with um the crumb that you coat stuff
Like
with the crumb,
breadcrumbs,
like,
right?
huh?
Like a breadcrumb.
Yep. But it's actually a box of crumbs or it's actually a round container that's about, oh, you can't see. I'm too close to the computer, but I can't see if I'm not this close.
Right.
So it's about this big around and about this tall. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, crumbs.
Several people are
Season.
spending it with their grandbabies. That's so fun.
Yeah, I just get to see. Oh, that's cool.
Well, we don't have any plans, but um, Thursday was Todd's birthday and it was raining, from the tropical storm kind of cast off. So I will probably be scoot booting and skedaddling in just a little bit because we are going to go to the park and have a picnic. And then we're going to stop by Hobby Lobby so I can try and pick up just a few little knickknacks for those boxes that I was talking about last night. The
Hmm.
the traveling box
Yeah,
of
am
joy.
I one of the three?
Don't be mad, but no. But doesn't mean that
Okay,
somebody can't send it to you. So,
that's okay. Why would
and
I be mad?
because I know everybody wants it to start off with, but Bree is helping me right now do several giveaways on my channel. So I'm sending
Hmm.
one to her to start off. And then the second one is going to Trisha with the Purple Yarnivore.
Hmm.
Because she asked me to do something and I can't do it just yet. So it's kind of like a peace offering. Not that we
Hmm.
needed a peace offering. And then the third one is going to a subscriber that just joined my channel maybe 2 months ago and lives like 30 minutes from me.
Oh,
So
cool.
that box is kind of going to unite us. And so anyway, but this is the thing. I've had several people after the live last night that sent me emails um, that said, and some text messages, whether they wanted to do it, and there was like 2 that said, please make sure nobody sends it to me. Well, this is the thing. The person who gets the box, they get to choose who it goes to. But before they send it, I am asking that they contact that person and see if they even want to participate, because I don't want the box to get to a location and stop and not continue traveling. Because
well, if Bree doesn't have anybody in mind, she can send it to me.
Okay, I'll let her know. And that's what I'm going to ask. I'm going to do a video on it so everybody will know what's going on and how to get involved.
Because I know Trisha will have somebody that she wants to send it to.
Right. And so
but I don't know Bree will.
But I'm going to end up doing it twice a year. So this is something that I'm going to start, and it's going to be an annual thing, but twice a year. But so each box will travel for 6 months. And then when it comes back to me, I will actually do a giveaway of each of the boxes. So somebody will end up with them like permanently. But I'm going to have a journal in there, and I'm going to have different things that you can write about, and it'll kind of be unique, you know? So anyway, but that has actually inspired 2 other things that I'm going to start that'll be traveling, and everything will be like small, because shipping can be crazy, and I don't want that to, I want to take the stress out of that. So you know how, like, one of the ideas I have, I just don't know how I'm going to put it together yet. So if anybody wants to offer up ideas, that's great. Like I said, I'm always up for room to improve and for positive criticism. But when I worked in the hotel as director of sales, there was so many times people would leave things in the room. And if I could figure out who it belonged to, I would always send it to them with some kind of complimentary thing from the hotel or whatever. But there was one child that left this teddy bear, and like they really couldn't sleep. Like the parents were like really freaking out about this teddy bear. So before I mailed it to him, I actually went and placed the teddy bear in different aspects of the hotel and took pictures of it. And so then I put a collage together, like a slideshow in my brain can't think right now, Microsoft Publisher. And so I sent them in an email the slideshow. So while the bear was being shipped, the little boy could actually see his bear friend, you know, out at the swimming pool, you know, at the breakfast table. And I even had one, you know, like with him sleep on the bed, like on one of the hotel beds, you know, tucked up under a little, what looked like a blanket, but it was just a towel. Might have been a washcloth. But anyway, I staged the bear and different things. And so the mom said that meant the world to him. So then after he got the bear, I printed those pictures off and created them into like a little scrapbook and then sent it to him. And so anyway.
Oh, cool. So Nancy wants to know where we both are. Like where she's from Florida.
I am in South Carolina. I was born in Florida, though. I was born in Hollywood, Florida.
You were born in Hollywood, Florida? Oh, cool. I didn't know there was a Hollywood, Florida. I'm in Washington State, and I was born and raised in Portland, Oregon.
My oldest son, Keri, his birth mother, because, you know, my oldest son I adopted when he was 3 months old, but his birth mother lives in Washington State.
Yeah, doesn't she live like in Olympia?
Olympia.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she's not that far.
Yes, Denny, I agree.
And Julie lives in Canton, Ohio. You know, I have to tell you guys, I didn't know about any state rules and regulations or any of that kind of thing. And I love the fact that Ohio is a state that does not mess around with people who owe back child support. my first husband had just passed away, and my son had said to me, "Mom, I need a new daddy." And I was like, "Oh my God, no, you." So I started looking for somebody who didn't have children. And when I'm from California, I found a guy. I was looking for somebody who didn't have children because I didn't know if I could treat their children like my children. And that was an honest conflict for me. So I was looking for somebody who didn't want kids or who didn't have kids but were willing to be there for my kids and didn't want any more kids because I couldn't have any more kids. I'd had my tubes tied. And so I met this guy. He said he didn't have any kids, and uh, we got married on January 1st of 2000, and May 3rd, two sheriff deputies came knocking on my door, and I had just taken my son to the bus stop, and they asked if my husband was there, and they said his full name, and I was like, ruh-roh. And I said, yeah, just a minute. And I went to shut the door, and they stopped me, and I was like, and they were like, we need to come in. And I was like, oh, well, no problem. Come on in. And my house wasn't a wreck at that point. I was pretty good at keeping house then. But so they stood in the dining room and watched me walk down the hall, and I said, honey, you have some people here that want to talk to you. And he comes out of bed in his boxers, and I could not see the expression on his face because I was behind him, and he knew he was in trouble. And he sat down at the table and lit a cigarette, and the sheriff officers asked him, are you blah, blah, blah? And he said, yes, I am. And they said, we have a fugitive warrant for your arrest for non-payment of child support. So not only did he lie to me about not having kids, I found out later on that she was severely autistic, and it just broke my heart. And I couldn't believe that he could have said, I do have a child, but she's not in my life. And I would have been okay with that. But he didn't treat my kids well anyway. But at first, I was mad at the state of Ohio because they took him. And then I was like, you will get what you deserve. So in case you guys don't know, in the state of Ohio, if you are $20,000 or more in arrears, and I think it's 20,000, I'm not sure, it might have changed. You go to jail for 6 months to a year. It depends on what the judge thinks is whatever the judge says you have to do. And he ended up going to jail, and he was supposed to go to jail to a minimum security prison for 6 months, but they had no room. So he ended up in maximum security prison with rapists and murderers. And, you know, you got to reap what you sow. And if you don't take care of your obligations, they come back to haunt you.
Yeah, my babies were my life. Like, they were the most precious things that God could have ever given me. I agree, Denny.
I agree too, Denny. Now, mind you, I had just lost my husband.
Journey, so we can't judge them either.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Cynthia, because I started talking.
I was just saying that we also don't know everybody's journey, so we can't judge them either.
Right, that's true. Hi, Kay. How are you? Welcome in.
Well, Keri,
I started to say something, and now I don't remember what it was. I don't know. Wasn't a lie, but I just don't remember.
you were talking about child support.
Oh, I loved my kids to death, but I was in such misery because I had lost my spouse, even though I'd gotten remarried again so quick. I mean, it was like only a few months that I wasn't a very good. I mean, I wasn't a bad mom. They had their needs were taken care of, but I mean, there's not a lot of things that I regret in my life, but one of them is that my kids weren't my focus, which I should have just focused on my kids and then, because I'm still grieving for their dad. But were you married in, I mean, were the children born and raised in Ohio, Julie? God, that's a lot of money, and you can't claim bankruptcy on that. Yes, there is, Denny. There's a difference between judgment and holding someone accountable. Oh, okay. If you would have been, he'd have went to jail. Even if you guys would have moved to Ohio and you were a resident of Ohio with your child, they are so on top of that. Ah, that's funny.
Well, Miss Keri, I promised Mr. Joyful that we would go on our little Saturday date. So I am going to have to cut out of here and skedaddle.
That's fine.
But
I can open it up.
So
I love you.
I love you too. I love everyone. I hope y'all have a great Saturday and a wonderful 4th of July. And I just wouldn't be me if I didn't cut out with a hug and tell you to be joyful and stay crafty in your own way and make your own joyful creations. So
there you go.
Be safe, especially if you're doing fireworks.
Yeah, be careful with the fires and stuff.
This and New Year's are like one of the 2 craziest nights we had when I was working in the ER before my surgery. And it was always firework injuries, and it didn't matter. We had people from 3 years old to 80 years old that were coming in with injuries. So be careful with your fireworks. But I love you guys so much. And I'm going to go help Mr. Joyful celebrate his birthday.
Okay, so, you guys have fun. Bye, Todd.
All right. I love you guys. I'm not sure how do I get out of here again?
Leave.
Like, oh, I see it. I see it. I do it.
Does it say leave?
Bye.
Love you. Bye-bye. Whew. Big me. Does anybody want to come up? Kay, Nancy, Julie. Hurry back, Julie. Uh, I'm not sure what happened to Bree. I think that she didn't feel good this morning, but I'm not sure. She should be here next Saturday, though. Stephanie, do you want to come up? I posted the link and pinned it, so if anybody wants to come up, they can. You don't feel good? I need to get some water. Good morning, Julie.
Good morning. Got my cup. I'm ready to go. Kind of matches my project.
Yeah, I
that's
love that. I love that blanket or wrap. It's going to be a wrap, isn't it?
Yeah, like a extra large shawl kind of wrap around the shoulders.
Oh, Stephanie, I wish you were feeling better.
So what I have found is that, for those that don't know this, I'm using Universal Yarn Classic Shades, and it's chili pepper.
Gosh, that's
And
so beautiful.
I had, yeah, for those that really want to look, it is. It's beautiful colorway. I love it. And I discovered my halfway point was 5 skeins. So good thing I got the second pack. I got the other 5 skeins. When I buy yarn, I buy either 1,000 yards or 2,000 yards. It gives me options on different projects what I could use it for. And then what I have left over, I just put in my scrap box or extra skein, and then scrap, make scrap gans or something, which I haven't gotten to. I've got lots of yarn, lots of projects, and not lots of time. Yeah. I think I found those green granny squares, but I don't remember the hook I used. I don't know where the yarn is at. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, you can tell when you, if you use a J, I'm going to use a J hook.
I think I was using an I, between a G and an I. Yeah. Or G, I mean H and an I. A lot of these squares are from the, I forget the name of it now. It's with Marley Bird. She does the, every year they do a different square. And some of these are great.
Every year or every month?
Every year it's a different Afghan. And then every month they release, or every 2 weeks is it, they release a pattern for squares. Tamara Kelly, and I mean different designers participate. And
Right.
some of these come across as easy, okay, and then some of them are more challenging, you know, to try to increase your skill level, to kind of push you a little bit. So there's
Right.
kind of mixed on it. For the most part, people enjoy it. They love doing it. But once in a while you get, some people are like, oh, it's the designer's fault. But I've gone over the pattern. No, it's not. It's the way you're reading it.
Right.
So I kind of got out of it. At one point, it got kind of controversial in the comments. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. You don't throw the designer under the bus. The designer had set up, said, okay, anybody with any questions, I'll do the explanations, and stayed live. And it was on Facebook and was answering the questions, but the attack, I'm like, okay, it was a very beautiful pattern. And I remember specifically because it was such a hot topic. The border was it's known by two names, the crab stitch or the reverse single crochet. Okay, I struggled with it because I had never done it before. And I'm like, well, and you've got to come in with your hook at a different angle.
Stitches.
And I'm like, so a couple times I just dropped my project. I'm like, okay, it's a single crochet. Come on, Julie, you know. But I stepped away from it. When I came back, it's like, oh, it makes sense now. I went and watched a video. I was putting my hook in the wrong way. So then when I seen the video, looked at the pattern, it's like, the pattern's right. It was me, you know. But for people to get so hateful about it, I thought, no, I'm done. I do love Marley Bird, Tamara Kelly. I mean, I do. Mikey from the Crochet Crowd. Now with Mikey, he has a flamboyant sense of humor. So if you're not into that, but if I want to laugh while I'm watching someone, yeah, I'll watch Mikey. And I love Marley Bird. I love Tamara. You know, they're great. But there's so many out there. It's not just one. And when I talk to my friends, it's like, you know, think about it when you're in school. Okay, you're sitting in a classroom, and if you think back to all the times you attended school, all the different classes, most people had a favorite teacher. Okay,
Welcome back.
You think back, who was your favorite teacher? And if you look at it that way, the favorite teacher is because you made some type of connection with that teacher. So you think about that. And then when you are looking for different YouTubers and maybe different tutorials, my advice is watch a lot of them. It's a little time consuming at first, but you're going to find that you gravitate more towards a certain content creator with the tutorials. And it's kind of like having your favorite teacher at school. You know, you just kind of gravitate towards it. You're not, you know, when you're doing these, you are in a very unique position in your life where you can create your own school. And you're handpicking your own teachers. And it's a rare opportunity if you approach it that way. Who do you want your instructors in your school to be? And then always reach out and look for support staff. And those are other YouTubers, other people doing tutorials. I love watching Crystal on Bag A Day, and I'd like her tutorials. Once in a while, I flip to somebody else's tutorial because I brain freeze on a stitch that she might be doing. And then when I see someone else do it,
Gigi.
and when I see someone else do it, all of a sudden that light goes on. Oh, and then I go back to Crystal. I can do the project. But she's not the only one. You know, I have a lot of saved
Granny's
tutorials.
making me hungry.
I know. I think we need to go to Gwenny Squares for breakfast.
I know.
We need to get a bus. But yeah, I do love Mikey from the Crochet Crowd. I love his excitement and enthusiasm, and he does his little short videos, you know, tiny bit naughty. I've never met him. I've never met Marley Bird, but Marley Bird, they're just amazing. They put a lot of work into it, and some people are naysayers, but as much content as they put out, that's a full-time job. It takes a big portion of their life. And when they come at it as a career, you know, like Marley Bird, Tamara Kelly, Mikey the Crochet Crowd, Crystal on Bag a Day, you know, this is a career choice because you are so busy with the tutorials and everything else, and behind the scenes, it's a career, you know. And at that point, when you reach a certain size, you've got to decide, is this, you know, the career that I want, you know, dedicated to the craft? And if not, how big do you want to get? How much energy can you put into it? You know, I'm at like 243. So I'm just starting out. And I'm sitting back and I'm watching people that I followed for a while, and, you know, I love and support them. And now they're hitting the 1K, 2K, and they're starting to look a little tired. And so, you know, my advice to them is, well, wait a second, you know, you want to grow, but the YouTube content creator channel is not just a flash in the pan. You don't, you know, I worked really hard for a whole month. I gave up a lot of time for a whole month. Now I'm going to sit back. You can't do that. You're going to kind of get lost in the shuffle. So decisions have to be made. And then I guess the key point is balance. How can you find that balance between the YouTubing, behind the scenes, the prep work? You know, find your balance so that you're not losing so much of yourself or your family time, or, you know, everybody's situation is different, or you're wearing yourself out to the point where you're becoming physically ill, exhausted. And I've seen YouTubers come out and say, okay, wait a second here, I'm doing too much. And be honest with your followers, they're going to understand. Nobody out there, whether you're a content creator or a follower, both, has the simple, easy life where you can just sit back and, you know what, I don't have nothing to do. Everything's perfect. No, it doesn't work that way. And I think everybody has a struggle with balance, whether you're working in a factory, you're cashiering, you're greeting people at a door, or you're at home, homeschooling, you're doing volunteer work. You know, everybody has to find balance, and it is the struggle is real. The struggle is real.
Struggle is real. That's right.
Yes. So between my health issues and different things, you know, I struggle with balance too. And when I first started this, my son, who's now 20, I said, hey, I think I want to have a YouTube channel. And he's like, he dropped everything, came downstairs. Now, my son's a gamer, okay? He has his own thing with the gaming. And he's like, do you understand what this really takes, Mom? You just don't pop on, chit chat, and then go away. It does not work that way, Mom. Yeah, you know, what's your content? What's your goals? What's your 1-year plan, 3-year plan, 5-year plan? I'm like, what? He goes, no, Mom, you need to think about this. What is it you want in your channel? What do you want to come across with? Do you plan on getting monetized? I'm like, well, no. Okay, don't think about that now. But you have to, in creating your channel, you're putting yourself out there kind of as a product. And I hadn't thought about that before. You are your own product. And I'm like, holy cow. I didn't realize that he knew so much. He actually surprised me. He really surprised me. So I thought, you know, I sat down with him. I said, well, my first thing is just talking about yarn, unboxings, different projects I'm working on, projects I finish, just general chit chat, maybe a little bit about the gardening. And he said, okay, that's a good start. It's a good start. So a lot of it, I think, kind of, as you go with your channel, you kind of have to roll a little bit about what comes at you, what's happening, kind of roll with it as far as growth and development. I'm okay with the 240 right now because my direction is kind of somewhat unclear. Some people have made it clear that they're creating patterns, they're going to do the tutorials, you know, so they have a really focused direction. And hey, I think that's fantastic. Then there's people like me, it's like kind of having fun with it yet. But the day will come where I'm going to have to make a decision. Is this going to be a career choice where I have to set aside so many hours per day, like having a job, a position, owner of a company. Like my son said, you are your own product, you are your own company, and you've got to make these executive decisions and do not just go with what is a fad. You want to stay true to your content, stay true to who you are, so you don't get called out that you are just in it to try to make some bucks or come
Right.
across like, hey, anybody that wants to sponsor me, I'll sell my name. You don't want to do that either. So it's
Right.
it's really a hard balance. It takes a lot of thinking, and I was really impressed with my son. He was like, wow. I said, you're video gaming. He goes, yeah, but I am my own product. I am on the computer a lot. That's why I'm not
Yeah.
downstairs so much, Mom. I have to stay relevant. I have to stay with content. I have to be updated on all these new things, new games, and I'm like, wow, okay. So
Yeah.
it got me thinking. And I'm not, like I said, with my channel, I'm going to have to kind of wait and see what direction it goes and what happens. And I'm happy with
let go and let
unboxings.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, what's meant to be will be,
I have to go to the little girl's room. I'll be right back. You behave.
Really?
I know it's hard.
Really? Wow. You're putting me in charge. Oh my gosh.
You don't have to behave. Hi, Linda. I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the little girl's room.
Okay. Ooh. And it's her succulents. Yes. I think they're growing. They look bigger than the last time. She's got some really nice plants. I really like that. She's got some nice plants. Okay. I want everyone to go back and look at Thursday's video. What's it? 3, 2, 1. I think it was the first. Look at Thursday's video. It's a reposting of her other live stream. And in the comment section, you're going to see some, you're on the right one. If you see some hi, Keri, make sure you leave a comment. Hi, Keri, because next week, Thursday, we're going to do a drawing and I'm giving away some yarn. Okay? I am going to give away some yarn. We're going to do the drawing. So look at, I believe it's last Thursday's replay of live chat. And you're in the right one when you see a lot of hi Keris. So HI and then Keri. Okay. And you will be in the drawing to win some yarn. I'm going to be sending out a box and it's opened worldwide. Now it was supposed to be a secret, but Keri somehow found the time to watch her replay and found out. So, oh well. But the surprise will be when someone gets yarn and it's a mystery box. It'll be a mystery box. So make sure you go back and hi Keri. Okay, so I wanted to get that out there. Angela, oh, good to see you guys. And Jamie, yeah, I think the succulents are really growing. Okay, Denny, yep, I'm reading the comments. I have to switch screens to do it. So, what are people working on at this point? I'm still doing the number 655 bag a day shawl, and because she puts the math out there, I made it bigger. For those that just came in, I've got classic shades chili pepper yarn. Okay. And I am about at the halfway mark. So it's going to take 10 of these skeins. And for those that want to see, it's working up pretty good. So hopefully I get this done by the end of next week, because I guess I'll be making some granny squares. Oh, Linda, you're knitting a shawl, socks, and crocheting. Mandala cardigan. Ooh. Okay.
Hi, Diana.
I have got to learn to knit socks. Thank you, Linda. Hi, Diana. Yeah, I've got to learn to knit socks.
Did you see that? I just warmed my water.
Uh-oh.
At least it was water and not coffee.
Ooh. I think most of my shirts have the coffee mark. That's what I call it, a
Mine do
coffee
too.
mark. Yeah.
I came home yesterday and picked up an old crochet surprise with a fingerless gloves that can't fit my fat hand. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no, Jamie. Oh no, Linda. Oh, frogging. Ooh. I have a terrible time frogging any knitting. Marley Bird taught me about the lifeline, but oh my gosh. Yeah, Keri and I did not coordinate as far as wearing red. We did not coordinate. It just worked out that way.
She's lying. We talked about it during coffee. No, I'm just kidding. We'll have to do that
Okay.
one day.
Yeah, you know she's kidding because you know I don't talk till I have coffee, okay? I growl.
Yeah.
Gotta have my coffee. She texted me coffee and I'm like brewing, and that was the only word I put on there. I was still brewing. I hadn't been drinking yet. When you see drinking, then you know, okay, thumbs up, you can call, you know. But if I'm still brewing, oh my goodness.
Oh, Linda, that was yesterday. Did you recover from that?
Oh.
Linda, you can come up if you want.
Yeah, I need to take care of something. The phone rang and I'm not sure what's going on. So I'm going to step down. Linda, can you come up and replace me? Yeah, when I've had the frog knitting, it ends up in a pile in a bag and it's off to the side. So I'm like, oh, because I end up having to do a start over. 104. Holy cow. All right, Jamie. Is Linda coming up? Red Rover, send Linda Simpson on over. Hi, Consuelo. Oh, Linda has some work to do around the house.
That's okay. You can go
yeah,
down.
so do I. I see all the Christmas fairies, but I don't see any housework fairies. Hey, Jamie, you want to come up?
You can come up, Jamie.
Yeah, I need to
The
step
link
down
is
for a little
there.
bit. We can't leave Keri by herself.
Oh, yeah, I can't be left unattended. We never know what might happen. I might start taking off my clothes. Not really. That would be scary. That was a joke.
Oh, Linda's the housework fairy today. Okay, so everybody Gmail Linda and say, come to my house. Invite the housework fairy in.
I got to get presentable. Okay, Jamie.
I keep checking 3-4 times a day. I had Linda was the lucky winner of the Monsters Challenge. And I mailed out a package and she hasn't gotten it yet. So now my heart is like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's still showing it's in transit. So
where did you send it to?
Linda Simpson.
Oh.
And it's showing it's in transit.
Linda, you're in the UK, right?
Yeah.
I think we might have scared her. Oh, there she is. Don't worry, Julie. It'll arrive when it arrives. Hugs. Linda
well,
is
Linda,
so sweet.
I'm
her
hoping,
so much.
Linda, you are excited about it. I hope that you really like it.
Okay, so I have to, Linda, your lives are going to be at 12 Eastern time on Wednesday from now on. The reason why I'm asking is so I can put it in my little calendar so I can. She does have things to do.
Yes. Yep, live at noon Eastern on Wednesdays. Okay.
Okay, so that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 9 my time.
Yes.
What's add Linda 5?
Yeah, I like being at Linda's lives. It's so much fun.
Yeah, she's
You're awesome, Linda. You are awesome. And then with her knitting or projects, I love to see those. She's got so much skill and talent. I'm envy. I got project envy. Okay, Linda, you have a good day. Have a great weekend. Well, if nothing else, we'll see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see you in the YouTube streets.
Yeah.
Oh my
I have
God,
a tendency to
we're making
run
her
feral.
blush.
Oh my goodness.
So I did get my Patreon all fixed. The link is in the description box if you want to join. I am doing a giveaway on the 25th where I will take one of my Patreon members through all, well, not all my yarn, but through my in my yarn room, and they will be able to fill a medium or large box. I haven't decided yet which one, but I have 2 Patreon members now. It's so exciting.
Oh, wow. That is exciting news. Yeah, those are things I haven't even thought about yet. You know, I'm so small, so but I'm not going to rush, you know. I guess I'll make decisions as I go through and
Well, the reason why I did it is because what that money will do is help me with more giveaways.
yeah.
And I plan on doing 2 giveaways, one for the subscribers. I couldn't find you on Patreon. Did you click my link, Jennifer? Okay, go ahead and eat. Jennifer?
It depends on what you're
probably
having,
went in
Jamie. Are you
Yeah, what are
sharing with
you
others?
stuffing your face with?
Yeah, you get it. Did you bring enough for a party? I'm playing.
Oh my God, I need to take my pills.
Uh-oh. I did that before I actually sat down. I made sure I took my pills. Yeah, Consuelo, I thought I'll just take it as it goes and see where this journey takes me, I guess is what I was trying to say. And making sure I try to maintain some balance. I'm bad about that in my life. I don't always maintain that balance, and I've paid for it, you know, health-wise and otherwise. So it's hard. The battle's real. And right now I kind of want to have fun with the videotaping. I want to have, you know, fun joining in on lives, being up on panel, and
Consuelo, do you have
enjoy
your
it.
own channel? Oh my
Well,
gosh, what am I
yeah,
doing?
in order to be here, she's got to have a channel, but content
But I
creator, I
mean,
think
does she have content? Yeah.
yeah. Oh, my computer's slow this morning.
What's this?
Okay, come on. There we go.
Thank you. Jennifer, you can come up if you want.
Oh yeah, Consuelo's got 5 videos on there. Yeah, I'm sneaking peeks.
Okay, I had to send my mom a text. Now I need to
Okay.
find Consuelo's channel.
I'm subscribed, but I didn't get the notifications that she's got more videos posted. Oh, so I've had, what I do is I redo the notification bell. I hate when that happens. I don't always catch it right away. It's, you know. Oh, Gwenny's here. Hey, that's awesome. Oh, I'm sorry you got a migraine today. Oh, that bites.
Who has a migraine?
Hey, Keri.
Huh.
Froggy went in it and Jennifer.
Oh,
Keri,
okay.
Linda wants you to know you have a new Patreon member.
Oh, thank you, Linda. Okay, Consuelo, I just subscribed to you. Consuelo, do you want to come up?
Yeah, Consuelo, come on up. Hey, Jennifer, I get those migraines too. It used to be very disabling for me. There are times I'd go into shock and have to be treated for shock, but now mine's more of a cycle thing, and I'd like to say I got better control, but no, it's not how that works, and you and I both know that. But I have not had a severe cycle for a long time, so I'm grateful for that. I'm off the prescription medications now, so for the migraines.
I've had a migraine for 6 or 7 days now that I got to go in and have my nerves blocked again in my head.
Ooh. At one point I was taking pills 3 times a day, and then I had the stat pen.
The link is
yourself
up
in the
above.
thigh.
I do too, Jennifer. I get Botox injections also.
I have not had to go that route, thank goodness, so far. Of course, now that I've said something, right? So mine kind of did the reverse thing, but it's a cycle. I get the mini ones where I wake up in the morning, and if I jump on it right away, I can knock them out. Otherwise, I suffer a whole day, sometimes 3-4 days, but I haven't had that kind of cycle for a long time. So I'm grateful for that. I've had the severe part, and I'm grateful for the good part that I'm having right now.
You know, I wonder if it has something to do with me not wearing my glasses.
Ooh,
yeah, it's pinned on there.
Yeah. Consuelo, yeah, Red Rover, send Consuelo on over. And then I'm going to jump down, and then Consuelo is going to replace me. I'm going to do a couple things, but I will still be listening and lurking, and I've been on the Topamax.
I have too.
I've done the magnesium, the B12, or the B injections. Oh yeah. I had one of the problems when I really got bad, where I was starting to go into shock and had to be treated for that. I was over medicated. If I'm over medicated, that's a huge migraine trigger, and then I can't do anything because more medication, it feeds into a horrifically vicious cycle. So I learned the hard way about being over medicated. And at that time, this is way back, at that time, the doctors weren't catching that as far as being over medicated. And dehydration.
Hi, Consuelo. How are you, sweetie?
I'm okay. You caught me.
Hey, Consuelo.
Coffee.
I caught you
Extend
before you had
pinky
a
and
cup
sip.
of coffee?
I'm just having it. I'm doing Mickey Mouse today.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
All right, Consuelo, you're in charge now. I'm going to jump down. Oh yeah, you're in charge. You keep her
Oh,
straight.
Julie, I thought I was gonna hang out with you.
Well, I may come back up. I've got to switch out laundry and get my dishes soaking. So
Oh, that doesn't do itself?
no, I waited all night for that to happen.
Oh, that's
I just
so
left them
nice.
there all night. Nope. I should have left a window open for the housework fairy, Linda Simpson, to come in and do it.
Right. Fly over from England.
Shamelessly name drop. I know a housework fairy named Linda Simpson.
I do too.
That's right.
I wonder if she's like Santa Claus. You know, she flies throughout the world in the middle of the night. Right now, she's in the UK. Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
We have to bring her over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somehow.
I'm in New Jersey.
Well, Keri will be last on the list because you go East Coast all the way to West Coast, right?
Oh yeah, Keri.
Thanks.
Poor
Thanks for
Keri.
making-
You'll be all
Thanks
pooped
for
out
making
by
me
then.
laugh. I got a lot of work though. She doesn't want to come here.
I don't
By the
even
time
know
she
what
crosses the Mississippi River, she just might say nope and head back. I don't know.
That's it. Oh God, that poor Linda.
Poor Linda. You know, this is what happens when you actually go out and do some work and not sit in front of your computer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
See, that's the thing I learned a long time ago, not to tell anybody you know how to do anything.
Yeah.
You go here, you get a dumb look on your face and they leave you alone. What?
Yeah. I was at a job. I was at a job and I learned how I ended up working all 3 shifts in 1 week. I could do everybody's job. Okay. And my phone was always ringing. Hey, Julie, can you come in? Can you come in? Can you come in? And then one day I had a migraine and I had just worked 10 hours and I called the boss. And this is like at 5 a.m. And I said, hey, you need to come in, relieve me. I got to go get a migraine shot. And she was half asleep. She goes, oh, call Julie. And I looked at the phone. I said, oh, honey, sweetheart, bless your heart. Get out of bed. Wake up. This is Julie. And then it was like, oh, crap, oh, crap. And her husband started laughing hysterics. I knew this would catch up to you. Is that why my phone rings off the hook? Call Julie. Call Julie. It's like, oh, my gosh.
Oh, that's crazy. I feel like I was in the same boat. One time, the production manager was scheduling, and I looked at my schedule. I said, but she didn't leave me 8 hours so I could go to bed. You know, she had me like back to back on shifts, filling in, you know, I was floating.
Yeah.
I told her, I said, look, I have to take a shower and I have to sleep. Can you work that in the schedule? She had me on night
Right.
shift and morning shift.
Yep. I'm like, oh my gosh.
See, so you know how I feel when the, you know.
Yep. So Jennifer, I've done the ice packs, cold packs. Essential oils are actually new to me. And ibuprofen's really good, but now I have the kidney function thing, so they don't want me to do it, but I sneak them in anyway. Yeah, it's like you have a bag of tools when you have the migraines. Everybody has a toolkit, and you just try to come at it with different combinations. And you know, my heart goes out to you, Jennifer, that you're still suffering so badly from this. You know, I wish that there was a cure for it, or at least to a point where, you know, you don't have to suffer so harshly or so long with it.
Yeah.
And same with Keri. You know, Keri's had a migraine too, and
I can't take anything over the counter. It doesn't work for me.
Should I get that dumb look on my face? Because I suffer with migraines too. Maybe not as severe as everybody else, but I used to have them a lot. The older I get, the less I'm getting. But my little trick, not suggesting, I'm not a doctor, let me put that out there. But my trick to get rid of my migraine, because I kind of I get noticed that I'm going to get it. You know, you get the aura, or
yeah, I've had the aura.
I start feeling like unconnected. My nerves are jangled. My hands will be really cold, or my feet will be really cold. Weird little symptoms. So then I get the migraine. So what I usually do if I see I'm getting one of those notices, I drink like 2-3 ounces of hot black coffee with a spoonful of sugar, or as much sugar as you like. You can make it really sweet, and 2 regular aspirins or ibuprofen or Excedrin. They're over the counter, but and I drink that. It's very little. It's only like 2 ounces of hot coffee, and if you get to it in time, I don't get the migraine. It'll disappear with it. But if I know, I guess it's the caffeine. Because the person who told me this also suffers from migraine. They were going to the doctor and getting all these drugs and stuff, and we found this method, and it works if you catch it early. I don't know what happens if you get it really sometimes I sleep through my migraine. Do you ever get that? And you wake up and you already have the migraine.
Yeah.
So I
wake
slept
up with them.
through all the little symptoms, and I don't get noticed because I'm sleeping. And then I don't know. I don't know if the coffee works or not. But since I drink coffee anyway,
Yeah.
But I drink very little because it's going to have a lot of sugar in it, you know.
I was up at Cleveland Clinic, and what they gave me was Tylenol, and they gave me a caffeine pill.
Yeah. See?
And I'm like, what? Yeah. So it kind of validated what I was doing at home. I have a cup of coffee, and when the pot first starts to brew, it's the strongest.
Yeah.
Put that cup under there, but I would do like a teacup.
Right.
And in the real bad ones, I will take a teaspoon of instant coffee and mix that in with it, and then take my Excedrin migraine, and then I sip, because once that pressure starts, then stop drinking it.
Right.
Because otherwise, you'll get rid of your migraine, but then you're setting yourself up for a rebound because you got too much caffeine.
Right.
But treat it like medicine, that extra supersonic strength, and sip it. But what works for one person does not always work for another, and I wish there was just one set of rules that the migraines would follow, but no, they don't.
Yeah, because there might be an underlying cause for your migraine.
Yeah.
So therefore, coffee won't probably do much. But like all my family members, like 3 of us have it, right? I'm looking at my daughter over here. 3 of us suffer with migraines, and it works for us. And like I said, or like she just reminded me, if you're out in the street, you get a little shot of espresso.
Yeah.
Mucho sugar. And with a little, no sugar? Mucho sugar. She said, well, a lot of sugar.
I'm one of those that gets physically ill with my migraines, and I'll have I have projectile on the finest streets of America. I mean, I will hold between 2 cars. It's like, get out of the way.
Right.
And then you say migraine, people are like, oh, okay. So a lot of people suffer with it that you wouldn't think suffer with it. You're kind of surprised when they say, oh yeah, me too. But it gives you a chance to say, I have this, and the validation, when somebody says, oh, it's just a headache. No, it's not. No. Okay. I've had headaches. No. I've had headaches. Lord help me. I've had hangovers. The migraine is a completely different animal. Yeah, completely different animal.
Mine doesn't feel anything alike. And the next day you're still hurting, because the next day my head is sore, like I got a bruise in my head.
Migraine hangover. Yep.
I can't even turn my head to.
Yeah, Jennifer, the Phenergan really helped me a lot with that.
Oh yeah.
Consuelo, okay. Can you see the chat?
I can if I.
Denny said that she loves your top.
Oh, this is just thrown together with scrap mandala, I think it is.
Oh wow.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. And I had just like a half a ball. So I made a short one, and I like it because it's not really warm, but it knocks the air conditioning chill off.
Ah, okay. Beautiful work.
Oh, thanks. It's just scrap. It's actually my favorite.
Sometimes your scrap projects are like your most beautiful work, the colors just kind of boom. And you think, wow, I didn't think that would go well. And you have a beautiful piece of work.
Yeah. And it's literally 2 scraps, because on the edge, I put the edging in. It was some more scrap. Just scrappy.
Oh. Well, it turned out awesome. It's very beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. I said I was going to jump down and I've got a numbut, or if you're the English proper, a numbum. I got schooled on English proper, a numbum. So I have got to get up. I got to walk and stretch, or it'll start going into my legs, which I don't want. So
No, you got to get up and walk. Yes, yes.
yes, I got to
Take
get up and
care of
walk.
yourself.
But I will be lurking and I'll be back to make funny comments in the chat, I guess. So
Okay.
I'll be
See
back
you,
to
Julie.
harass.
Love
All
you.
right. Love you guys. And thank you for having me up here. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
No problem.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. How come I can't find you, Keri? I'm looking on my cell phone so I can see the chat. I'm looking for.
This,
I should have it on this.
it has a picture of the wall. I'm serious. I don't know why it did that. I picked the picture out because I did I set it up early. I guess I should have taken a picture of myself. I will next time.
Well, it doesn't it take a picture of you? Because I never take a picture, and I always see a picture of myself. I guess it said,
well, I set it up.
Oh.
I scheduled it, and so it wants a picture, and it's like,
Yeah, I saw you. I think it's your ceiling. It looks like your ceiling.
Well, it's supposed to be this.
I can't find her though, and I had her. Oh, ooh, that's pretty. Wow, I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to make those hearts with the baubles. But I figure you have to count.
You do.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
I always try to figure out how to get around it without counting. I'm really bad. Like, if I want to find the center, I just fold my thing in half, and then I might count one side, and I know that it's 15, and the other one, of course, will be 15 or whatever. And then I put a marker on it because I don't want to count. So I'll, put a stitch marker on the center. So I know when they tell you, do in for the sleeves, go in. I already have center, so I only have to count one time.
Granny wants to know how long I've been crocheting. So I started crocheting when I was 12, and I crocheted for about a year, and then I picked it up again when I was married, because I started to make my husband a blanket, and then I stopped crocheting. And then I started crocheting again when I got married. The second time I was going to make a king size blanket. And I crocheted for a little while. I don't know. But altogether, I can't count since I was 12 because that was on and off crocheting. So I've been crocheting for about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, that sounds like me too. I did my first one where I was about 25 because I was pregnant with my fourth child, and I wanted baby sweaters and stuff. And then I crocheted for about a year. Then I stopped. Then I picked it up again. I think it was like in the 80s, so that was about another year. Then I stopped. And then for the last 2 years, I've been doing it. Since 2019, like at the end of 2019. So is that 2 years? Not 2 years yet, right? It's 1 year. See, I told you I hate to count. Why are you making me do math?
Is it 2020 or is it 2021?
It's 21 now. So
okay, I thought so. So it has been
but I don't
2
think I
years.
got to the 2 years yet. I'm like a year and whatever months.
Oh, okay.
I don't count time.
I really seriously didn't know what year it was. How horrible is that?
You're worse than me then.
I am. It's
count
so
time
bad.
either. I don't mark time. I just don't.
I'm just thankful when I wake up in the morning.
Exactly.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, since if you're not working, you don't need to know what day it is because the whole day
No.
is yours. You know, you do what you have to do or what you want to do. But when you're
Right.
at work, everybody asks you, what day is it? What time is it?
Mm-hmm.
Document this, document that. So since I've been retired for the last 6 years, I don't really know what day it is. And I'm not good at marking time. I never did.
Yes, she does, Maudie. Consuelo has a channel. It's Consuelo.
Viola's daughter.
Yeah, Viola's daughter. I was going up to look.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you very much,
Mhm.
Karen.
I can link it in the chat because I was just there.
Say thanks.
Thank you. I did say thank you.
Look, I mean,
Oh, she's putting the
yeah.
address in there. I'm trying to multitask here. I'm not doing well at this right now. Crocheting, I'm reading, I'm talking.
I hope you're crocheting something mindless.
At this point, yeah. I'm doing a V-stitch on a baby blanket. And I've been
Oh,
doing it for a
cool.
while. I've been doing it for a while. It's that Premier Bloom yarn that's supposed to make
Mm-hmm.
it makes flowers.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I bought a bunch of that from
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby when I went to their clearance sale.
Oh, you bought it there? Oh, I get mine from Hirschness.
They
order.
had all of theirs for like $1, like $1.37 or something.
Wow, that's a good price. That's excellent. I paid the full price. I think I paid $6.99, which is $7 a skein. But the skeins are huge,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't need a lot. The skeins have almost 700 yards on them.
Come on up, Jamie.
Oh, I'm gonna get to meet Jamie.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
I talked to her on the chats, but I never met her.
It's so nice to put a face to a
Oh,
name.
it's fabulous. Yeah, it's real. Because with the name, you don't know who it is.
Right?
Oops, there I go.
Uh-oh.
Here. Okay, where am I? Can you tell I'm new at this?
That's okay. As long as nobody got hurt and your
Yeah.
phone didn't get hurt.
No, I have you on my iPad, but it decided to lay down for some reason. Yeah, and I have my phone on so I can read the chat.
Hi, Frenchies. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a lot of people on that I'm not subscribed to. Frenchie, I don't think I've ever saw that one. Does she have a channel? Frenchie?
I think, Frenchie, do you have a channel? I mean, you have a channel, but do you have content? I think she does. Let me look. Because I can link it in the chat, too.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw her name.
I'm waiting for,
Jamie, right?
yeah.
Oh, I put too much sugar in the coffee.
Okay, she does have a channel.
Okay.
I'll link it in the chat. Frenchies. It should be pinned at the top of the chat.
She's saying, "Where's the chat?" Yeah, that's what I had to put my cell phone on.
I'll do it.
You said on top?
She found it.
Okay. I'll have to find it too.
Okay, you guys, this is Frenchie's link.
Oh, that'll be easier.
Oh, Froggy did it. Thank you, Froggy.
Oh, thanks, Froggy. All this technology, boy. Okay, I'm friends with Frenchie now.
Okay, here comes Jamie. She's got her camera turned off. I can't add her with her.
Oh, her camera's off.
Yeah.
There's too many things to do, I tell you.
It's
We're learning
it-
so much technology in a short amount of time.
Jamie, you have to turn on your camera in order for me to add you up here. It won't let me.
I know, I had such a hard time doing that stuff. I think I finally got the hang of it. Won't let it go on.
Hi, Billy. How are you? You want to come up and play?
Yeah.
You can let people know what you've been up to.
Today's Saturday.
And
Everybody's
you know yeah, I got my package from her today, but I didn't actually get it because our post office isn't open. And so it's at the post office. I won't get it until Monday.
Your post office not open?
No,
Wow.
nope. They're only there to distribute mail, and then they fill their trucks, and then they're gone.
Oh, wow.
I live in a really small town. I think there's like 500 of us or something.
You're kidding. So you know everybody.
But if I fart, everybody knows it. So scary. I mean, my goodness. Actually,
Yeah.
I think it's a little bigger than that.
Yeah, I live.
Yes,
I
she
guess-
does have Frenchie. Consuelo has content.
Yes. Such as it is.
Okay, now Jamie's turned on her camera. And it's really
Hey,
Jamie
Jamie.
and not an
We see
imposter.
you.
Hi, Jamie.
Hey guys,
How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm at home finally, and this
Oh,
is the
nice.
best view I can get of my camera because I got a new desk, and I have the I guess the unit underneath my desk, and now I can't bring my camera up and
Yeah.
move it around. And I have one of those old monitors that doesn't have a port.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'm on my iPad and on my iPad and the TV table. You know those TV. Yeah. So you're gonna get under my chin most of the time.
yeah,
Because it's low.
let's see if you can get my good side.
Yeah. Right. You gotta find it.
Well, and I notice I always have the camera on this side of my face, and this side of my face has the most of these brown marks. My other side
I
doesn't
didn't
have
even
that
notice
many.
them. I was
Yeah,
looking
I
for
have
a
like
cool headset.
a mole like right here.
Good morning,
Oh my gosh,
Billy.
it's Billy.
Hey.
Yay!
Oh, Billy. Marika, it's Billy.
My adopted mama.
My daughter knows you. She doesn't YouTube, but she knows you because I always have you on, Billy.
Oh, great.
So she's over here.
Crafty Floridian.
You hear her?
The crafty
Yes, I do. Hello.
Hey.
Yeah. So that's my partner in crime. I make her listen to all my YouTube. She doesn't even do YouTube. She doesn't even.
I don't even crochet.
She doesn't crochet either.
But she knows Billy.
I guess not.
But
You're infamous.
I sit in one chair and she sits on the other side, and I'm hard of hearing, so mine is pretty loud, so she has to listen. Anyway.
So she has to listen, right?
She has to listen.
Hi, Mimi.
And then she's an old English teacher, so I guess she listens anyway.
Hi, Jamie.
Oh, I didn't believe I'd be. Oh, I feel so honored. Look at all the ladies I hear about and see, but I never got to see you, really. Nice to meet you, Billy.
It's nice to meet you too, and
Mhm.
Jamie.
Hi, Billy. Nice meeting you.
Oh, I'm a mess. I just got up.
I did too.
So we're having.
That's what you
coffee
get for
together?
partying all night long.
Yeah, I gotta stop doing that. That drinking and farting's getting me
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, right?
Drinking and
We're all
farting.
drinking our coffee and acting like we're awake.
That's right.
Mimi, you can come up if you want.
Oh, me too. Oh my God. Oh,
So you
I'm
guys,
fanning out
you guys
here.
missed the first part of the live. It was me and Cynthia's Joyful Creations, and we talked about what she's doing on her channel. She's doing Call the Midwife, and we're making blankets. And so every Friday she does a movie night, and she has 12 trivia questions about each of the 2 episodes that we watch. And
Uh-huh.
you get points for however many you answer correctly. And it's so fun. And Call the Midwife is such a good show.
Oh yeah, I love that show.
I've never seen
I
it.
do too.
No,
Oh, it's so good.
Was it on Netflix?
It is on Netflix. And if
Mhm.
you don't like it after the first show,
Yeah.
don't give up, because it will have you hooked by the third.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hi,
Now-
Amanda.
Call the Midwives. Is it about like
Call the Midwife.
Midwives?
Yeah, midwives. Yep. It's about a
Birthing
bunch
babies?
of birthing babies. Yep.
Oh gosh.
It's about a bunch of nuns and a bunch of midwives, and the content is really good. It's a British show.
Uh-huh.
And it's like in the 1940s, I believe, or 50s, you think?
It started in 57 and the first season, and we're into the second season, so it's 1958.
Mm.
Oh my God. Oh, I don't know. I'm a mother of 4. I don't really think I want to remember those days. I had them all in the last one I had in the 70s, but the other ones were all in the 60s. I had the first 3 in the 60s, which was pretty primitive as you can get.
Right. Well, I can't remember. So I was born in 66, and my mom was born. My sister was born in 69. Now, were men allowed in the room back then? I don't remember.
They weren't allowed. They had to go to a father's room, like another room altogether. They were nowhere near you, nowhere near. In fact, they didn't let them near the babies. If the babies were out, with the mothers, they would chase the men away.
Really?
Fathers were like germy sons of a
Like cooties.
They were dirty.
All
They
men
were
have
only-
cooties.
They
My
were
husband
only
used to
good
get
for
so
their
offended.
sperm.
They're so germy. And I was like, and my husband wouldn't go in the room because all the men were nervous in there or walking around and acting up. So he would, before they could give him back my clothes, this is a true story. Before, you take off your clothes and you get in the scrub gown or whatever, before they could give it to him, he was home already. He left the building. He
Oh my
he would wait for
gosh.
the phone call because he was
So
nowhere near me anyway.
right,
Yeah.
my second birth was okay. So I had my son in 93, no, in 91, and then I had my daughter in 93, and I had an appointment to go be induced. So I drove myself with my sister-in-law, who was my coach, and my husband stayed at home and played video games and drank. And it was gonna, well, I was gonna be induced, and when you're induced, it could take days for you to have the baby. So we weren't concerned. I got to the hospital. My appointment was at 7, and she was born at 7:30. He barely made it to the hospital.
You're like me. I always wait to the last hour.
I mean, I went into I told the nurse, I said, I got to go to the bathroom. And she said, okay. And she goes, do you want anything? And I said, yeah, I want narcotics. Hello. I'm not doing this without drugs. And so I went to the bathroom and I passed out. I literally she comes in, she came back in, and I said, I'm going to pass. And I saw her put right as I was passing out, I saw her put my narcotics on the counter. And I mean, the bathrooms are so tiny of the birthing rooms. And I had a nurse that was two nurses that were my size. Hi, Jenny D. And then I had the charge nurse was a little tiny girl, and she snapped that smelling salt and put it under my nose, and I was like, oh, get that away. That was the best sleep I've had in 9 months. Are you kidding me? And so they snapped another one, and I was like, you guys, do you not understand? And they're like, Keri, you are in labor. You need to get into the bed. I said, I'm not moving. And they literally picked me up and dropped me in the wheelchair. And then they said, are you going to help us now? Because I said, ow. And they're like, well, that's what you get. You're not helping. So, and I'm like, no, I'm not helping you guys. I want to go back into the bathroom and fall asleep on the toilet again. And so they get me on the bed, and I'm like, can I have my narcotics? And they're like, well, we have to see how far you're dilated. I was already at 10, and they're like, nope, you don't get no narcotics. And they were all like, ha, 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 ha. So I had her all natural, but oh my goodness. It was so funny. And the next to the maternity ward, and I apologized to the charge nurse and all of the nurses about my horrible behavior, because I was horrible. I was the B word. Oh my gosh, I was so horrible. Because when I passed out, I was so relaxed, and I just
felt good.
It did. Well, my pelvic
Feeling
bone
no pain.
my pelvic bone separated when I was 3 months pregnant with my daughter. So for 6 months I was in excruciating pain, and so delivering her was nothing.
Wow.
But
so you're going to be the next episode in Midwife.
No.
I have playback.
The playback, yeah.
I'm going to have to watch that one.
Yeah, really. Oh, yeah. It was a nightmare. And what's really funny about watching The Midwife is I did have a midwife deliver both of my kids.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So what are you working on, Consuela?
A baby blanket someone asked me to make for them.
Oh, that's pretty.
She wanted it big, so I end up using. I'm still working on it. It's huge. I think I got to stop.
I think you should put an end to that one.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to start putting a border. It's going to be.
Yeah, border that bad boy.
The funny story was I made one of these just because I wanted to try the yarn. I made a small baby blanket out of one skein, which is what, 700 yards almost. and I
Mhm.
had a frilly edge. And so she says, "Oh, I want that. I'm going to give it to so and so. She just had a baby." I said, "Okay."
Nice.
So she got it, and then like almost a year later, I go to her house and I see the blanket, and she says, "Oh, you see the blanket? I didn't give it to her because now the baby's already a year old and it's too small. It was an infant blanket, it's like a newborn blanket."
Mm.
So then she says, "Can you make me one? But I want it really big because the baby's a year old." Well, that was like 3
Right.
months ago, and I'm still working on this blanket. And I said, "Oh, well, if I don't finish it, the kid will be in college by the time I get this done." So I gotta finish it.
That's how I feel sometimes.
What are you
Granny
working
D, if
on,
you want,
Jamie?
Granny, hold on just a second, you guys, and then you can answer. Anybody that wants to come up can come up. Hi, Lisa. Granny D. Hello. Okay. What are you working on, Jamie?
This is that fingerless glove I was talking about.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it's like
Ah.
an old crochet surprise box that I picked up again. I put it down and I picked it up, so
Yeah.
something to do.
What yarn is that?
That is actually
It has flex. in
Simply
it.
Soft.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it actually really is. It's really soft, but you know what I don't like about this yarn is it splits like nobody's business.
Splits.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, seriously, it does split
It's-
like nobody's business.
It does.
It's
So
great
is
for
it-
doll hair.
Huh?
It's
Great
great
for
for
doll-
damn it doll hair.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
That's what
I have to ask, do you guys agree with, because I heard on a crochet channel that if you have issues with splitting yarn, and I think Billy, you might have been the one that said this, but I'm not sure, that it's your own fault. That
No,
you're
I didn't say
using,
that.
okay,
Not Billy.
Not
Billy.
me.
It's
You wouldn't
something
say
you're
that.
doing wrong with the yarn. Either you're using the wrong hook or the wrong stitch or something. And I'm like going, yeah, I don't know. I know just my everyday cotton, sugars and cream, it splits sometimes.
Yes,
Sometimes.
it does. Sometimes.
Not always, but it does split. And I actually have it sitting here. I'm supposed to be doing the hound I don't remember what the name of the stitch is, but
Hmm.
I got to do a washcloth.
Oh, like the Morse stitch or something like that.
Hey,
Oh,
Lisa.
it was Madonna that said that. Hi, Lisa. Thank you. Lisa, come up.
We're waiting, Lisa. Come on.
If Lisa doesn't come up, I'm going to cry. If Granny D doesn't come up, I'm going to cry. And if Mimi
Oh,
Can
yeah.
Do doesn't come up, I'm
We'll make
going
her cry.
to cry because they
Don't
come up on
cry.
everybody else's.
You're gonna make Keri cry.
I'm going to bawl. I know.
Don't make her cry, please.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a sad pity party. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding, you
that's
guys.
right. So,
I'm not gonna cry. But yeah, Madonna did say that. But Madonna had heard it from somebody else, and I can't remember who she heard it from. I knew I heard it from a very resourceful individual. That's why I thought it was you, Billy.
Hmm.
You know, Billy Madonna, both resourceful.
Same thing.
That's because we're old and wise.
Oh,
You knew it was
Good grief!
somebody
Hang on,
wise.
I have to go into the kitchen. She must be in bed still. Oh, I guess not. It's too late. Oh, I have to show you guys. So, I unplugged it. Okay, good. I don't know why I unplugged it. Maybe I forgot to plug it back in. Anyway, I have to get up for a second. I'm so excited. So, I bought a bunch of stitch markers to give away just as treat mail or whatever that have little. They're just stitch markers that have elephants on them, and I'll, if I can get to them without everything falling right here, I'll show you guys. But I ordered some more.
Good luck.
Yeah, right. That's why I won't
Without
buy
everything
furls, 'cause
falling.
I
Did
throw
you
it on
see
the
Yeah.
my
floor.
mess? Okay,
Oh,
so
I'm like that all
I
the time. Yep.
I got in the I finally ordered some bubble packaging. Oh, excuse me. No bum looking. I I didn't realize when I ordered these that they would come in such a oh, you guys are way over here. But where in the heck is the camera at? I ordered
Jamie's.
these ombre purple ones. Aren't they cute?
Uh-huh.
I mean, they're not little, but they're not as little as I thought they were going to be. I ordered the wrong size, but it's still going to be perfect because the bubble wrap will protect the stitch
I can't do
markers.
this.
So I'm
what
excited.
is that? What was that I was
It-
looking at?
It was a bag, the bubble wrap bag, like
Oh, a
this
mailer.
one, but
Yeah,
bigger. And it was a
Oh.
purple ombre
that was
because
too
I'm a
pretty.
purple. Huh?
That was too pretty. I thought it was something you're gonna make something out of.
Oh no, it was bags. I got 4 of them. I got 100 of them, so I don't even have that many stitch markers.
Oh,
So
you making them? Are you making the stitch?
no, Ellie made. Ellie, let me see if I can find them.
Hmm.
I can't. I don't know where I put them. Okay, you stay there. Watch everything fall.
You're getting your exercise today, right? Up and down.
I thought that was your tail. Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Oh, is that Rosie?
Yeah, I felt something on my
Not yet.
leg, and it was her tail.
I
She
want.
was passing by.
I've never seen
I've never had
Rosie.
a problem with yarn.
You haven't missed
never-
anything.
Okay.
You've never seen Rosie?
Oh, that was a yarn giveaway. There's Lisa.
She's usually in the bathtub, isn't she?
Hi, Lisa.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll show you
Lisa,
guys.
hi.
Welcome up,
Hey, Lisa.
sweetheart.
Hi, I purdied myself up for you all.
Well, thank you.
Why?
Thank you, darling.
We just got up.
Did
Haven't
you just
we
get
all?
up?
Oh, I've
So
been
this
laying on
is-
the couch. I'm in my usual couch potato stance.
It's the,
This
the
is what the
crochet
stitch
uniform.
markers. The stitch markers look like.
Oh,
Ah,
hold it up. Oh, okay.
Oh,
oh,
elephant.
yeah.
What am I looking at?
Stitch
Elephant.
It's an elephant stitch marker.
Oh,
with
the
a bead underneath
elephants.
it.
Okay.
And then here's another one. This is a white one. This one's hard to see with the white background.
Mm.
But she made me 29 of them. Here's a purple one.
Oh, 29.
And she's
Oh,
making me, I just ordered 30 more. So, and they're all individually wrapped, bless her heart.
That's
So,
nice.
and then I ordered, I got more stitch markers here so I can put more than one stitch marker.
Let's try this.
In,
Hey,
in
Lisa.
the treat
Lisa.
mail.
Are you pissed at me?
No, why?
Okay.
She's all whispering. She's all whispering like we can't hear her.
Why? What did I miss?
I didn't hear anything.
And then I have these that I'll give out with
Wow,
the
That's a
elephant.
lot.
And
Wow.
then I have, where's this one at? And then I have these. Because, you know, I represent purple.
Very pretty.
So, and then I have some butterflies, which butterflies are my spirit. These ones I'm going to keep because these are going to all go on my, my there's a tree. Oh my goodness, I can't do this one-handed. There's a tree,
Okay.
and then there's a birdhouse. Whoops. And then there's a mushroom.
They're very pretty.
Yeah.
Very
They are
nice.
very pretty. And a dragonfly, and then a sunflower. The dragonfly is really cute.
All outside stuff.
Very
Yeah.
pretty.
Garden stuff, maybe?
Maybe. And then it's got this really, really cute, and I didn't even realize it was a baby. I think it's a baby animal.
Oh, looks like a teddy bear from here.
Yeah, it does. A
So
widow something.
it's really heavy though, so it's not something that I would use on a project, but yeah. So those are stitch markers that I bought that and then I got some from Rose Lakes Crochet. I don't know where those are right now, but now everything stay, don't fall.
So anyway, Lisa,
Yeah.
I went and said hi and talked to you on one of your lives, and you ignored me. So I figured you were pissed.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Lisa.
I'm so sorry. Oh, that wasn't intentional at
It's
all.
like I was invisible.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. That's horrible because I hate when that happens to me.
Bless your heart.
Look at her. She's pouting.
at Billy.
Billy pout.
I love you, Billy. Oh, now I feel terrible.
Just saying. Just saying. I was.
Oh, I'm so sorry because I know how that feels.
Yeah. I said, oh, I guess she's pissed at me for something. I must have done something.
Something I said.
Oh God.
Probably something I did. Who knows?
No, it was me being mean, I guess.
I guess so.
I'm sorry.
Well, you
That's
weren't
all
one
right.
of the Canadians, you know. I watched.
Yeah, I
Lisa when
wasn't.
she's-
I wasn't. And she had all these Canadians on, and
Yeah.
I'm just a poor little old Floridian in the USA, you
down
know.
south in the state.
Yeah. Getting hit by a hurricane in the next couple days. And, you know,
You're gonna use that hurricane story again.
And I have no compassion for you. Oh, I
She
feel
didn't do her
terrible.
English accent for you. I love your British accent, Lisa. I watched you
you.
and Daniel late at night. I think
Thank
you
you.
came up on the Daniel live, and she was British. She wasn't a Canadian that day. The funny thing is, one of my sons and his daughter does that. They come in the house and they're speaking with accents. And of course, we're not British, but and they never stop it. So you made me think of them with that.
Well, they're so easy to pick up.
Yeah,
yeah, especially if you're around it.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I know.
I need to
Go ahead.
go take my pills, and I got some damn it dolls to finish making. So I
No.
better go.
No, she's leaving because I'm here now, and now she's mad at me.
Oh Lord, it's pity party time.
Stay for it. There's going to be Lisa and Billy Wars videos being popped up on YouTube. All right, now,
Isn't it gonna
Billy,
be fun? We got to start something exciting. So let's
Yeah.
get
Do it.
it moving,
Let's do it.
girlfriend.
let's do it. The Billy and Lisa Wars.
Yes,
We don't-
because she
we
was
don't know.
annoyed.
Oh, Billy, Jennifer wants to know if you're mad at her because you haven't said hi to her. Froggy went out knitting.
I don't have the chat. I don't have the chat.
Okay, so Froggy Went in Knitting said hello. Let me see who said hello to Billy. I didn't know you couldn't see the chat.
I can't see the
Um,
chat.
It is
Yeah.
defending Billy. She's over here. Everybody's picking on Billy.
Yeah.
If you
Picking on
scroll,
Billy.
if you scroll way up there, I said hi to Billy.
You did?
Yes, you
Okay.
did.
Highlight it.
All
Highlight it.
right. I forgive you.
okay, I will.
forgive
I'll
you.
highlight it.
I'm a witness.
Now I didn't name her first though, so but I did it as per. See, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
There
See,
you go.
she just threw me in at the end of the bus. I
Well,
see
no,
that.
I did it in order of who I saw.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. Okay.
At the bottom of the totem pole, you saw me last.
Yeah, I went. and the
Well,
boxes-
now you're on her shit list.
Granny D even said hello.
See where I'm important.
Hi, Granny D.
But isn't that right though? That's how we all feel.
Yeah.
We all feel that way, and it's like, why is she ignoring me?
No.
Yeah, it's not like it's
I was
not
on
like
Zoom
you don't
yesterday.
have a lot going on.
I was on Zoom yesterday and I said, I think Lisa's pissed at me. And they go,
Oh, no.
why? And I said, I don't know why. She just didn't even, she ignored me. She didn't even say hi or up yours or nothing. She did nothing.
Right. YouTube.
Froggy
feed.
Went in Knitting. Jennifer said hello, Billy.
Hello, Jennifer. Hello, everybody.
She would be up here, but she's got a migraine.
Yeah, okay. I know those.
Yeah, we all do, with this, especially the storms coming. We're getting a storm here. I feel it coming, don't you?
I got to
Oh,
show you
yeah.
the spirit doll.
We're getting rain
Here,
too.
I'm gonna
Oh, oh, that's nice fabric.
hold on a minute.
It looks like it's wood. Oh,
It's
It
This
oh,
is
it's
a-
beer.
It's beer. It's
Oh,
glasses
it's a
of
beer
beer.
Oh, it is beer.
She got beer. She got a glass of beer on the doll.
Isn't
Nikki,
that doll amazing?
Got a stout butt.
I haven't put the hair on yet, but I finished Madonna's and it's gray, short gray hair.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's what I've been working on yesterday. Here's
Oh,
one with the thimbles,
oh,
Nice.
okay. That's cute.
no hair.
That is cute.
Audrey Hepburn.
Oh,
See, there she is.
Oh,
Mhm. That's cute.
yeah, damn it, doll.
Jennifer says she needs one with frogs on it.
Frogs.
Frogs.
I do have one with frogs, but I think it's spoken for. I might have another one. I'll have to check and see.
Yeah, if
But
you
yeah,
have a
that's-
frog one, you have to give a frog one to Laura, because Laura would.
Oh, I've already done that for Laura. I even did
Oh,
do-rats for
Oh, okay.
frogs. In fact, she's been sending me all this material to work extra hard for her do-rats.
You have no excuse.
yes.
No excuses. Can't
No
say I ran out of
excuses at all.
material. You gotta get to Michael's or Joanne's.
Joanne's, yeah. But she ordered this, what is it, spoon flower? Is it spoon flower? Sunflower. No, spoon flower. Anyway, the fabric is thicker than normal, cotton fabric. So it's a little difficult to work with, but daggone it, I'm gonna do it.
there you go.
Yeah.
They'll make nice small bags too.
Oh,
Yeah, because they're thick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some material left. Yeah.
Hmm.
Going to do that too.
Hi,
So-
Mimi.
Who?
Mimi Cat Do.
Hey,
She says
Mimi
cute.
Cat Dude.
Mimi Cat Do says cute, Billy. And then
Cute.
Jennifer says, I love your work, Billy.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you,
no.
darling.
It says, I love Billy's work.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I'm so. You know
two
how
are the
shy
cutest
I am.
things. Oh, you're so shy. She's really not. She's
I'm
ornery
shy
as
like
all
Lisa.
hell.
I'm shy like
Yeah.
Lisa.
I was gonna say. She's ornery. Oh my gosh, she had me going the other day in Zoom. We were talking about well, I can't talk about what we were talking about because it's top secret.
Oh,
But
wow.
she
What?
like totally went like, no, I'm not doing that. No, we shouldn't do that. And I was like, Billy, that's not like you. And then everybody starts laughing, and I'm like, oh, she's kidding. I really thought,
Oh, yeah.
really thought you were serious after Mimi said that, and I was like, oh my gosh,
We're like a tag team.
Yeah.
you guys are. It was so funny. Did you guys end up doing that? Because I didn't get to partake in it.
I don't even remember what we were talking.
What?
You don't remember?
So many
I have a 2-hour memory. That's it.
things.
Shoot,
Like a goldfish.
I
Billy,
remember getting up, and that's about it.
my brain is the size of a caterpillar that turns into a butterfly. That's how big my brain is. I said that yesterday at my live, and 2 hours later, I was like, what did I even talk about at my live?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that
You were
happened.
living in the moment. That's it.
Exactly.
There you go, living in the moment.
That's exactly right. Well, listen, I better go take my pills before it gets too late.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna
It's
have to
okay
go
for
in.
me.
You're gonna have to go in Zoom today, Billy, and get lots of views for this video for Keri, and say, "Well, I found out why Lisa's mad at me. She went on and on. We had a big fight in Keri's live today."
I'm begging off of Zoom today because I need to get work done. When you're on Zoom, you get nothing done.
Yeah.
So I got to get
That's
busy.
true. That's my
Isn't it though? I mean, you don't realize all of a sudden the day's gone and you're sitting there, interacting with different people that come on here and there, here and there. And then all of a sudden you go, oh my God, it's 7 o'clock and I've done nothing.
Yeah.
Well, if I come on these, I don't get to film a video. I'm still at the stage. Well, I gotta have some clothes on.
Gotta have my
the
lip
room clean.
on.
Oh, the sun's not out yet. I always have a reason why I can't do the video. And I have nowhere to go. I'm home all day most of the time. I have no excuse.
That's me either, but it just seems like I just
But
get
if I
nothing
do
done.
the chat, if I do the live chats, they eat up your day. They really do. You do 2 of them a day, and then you have no energy left for a video or filming.
Right.
I tell you, YouTube is getting really funny. I think we all have to be real careful about what we do.
Yeah.
And how we, follow the rules because they're getting they're wacko.
Oh,
Last
I'm in
night-
trouble then, because that's not me.
Before I went to bed, I had like almost 830 subscribers. So I woke up this morning, I only had 799.
Oh wow.
So overnight, either that many people dislike me or YouTube just.
So what YouTube is doing with the Christmas and July fairies is if you get, I mean, this is what happened to Cynthia. Cynthia had almost 200 new people join her channel.
Me too.
And so what they do is they take those back and they slowly add. You'll get them back. They slowly add them back.
Why do they do that? Why are they doing that?
To keep trolls from bugging you, I guess. I don't know.
That doesn't seem logical.
Lady Bird Loves, Lisa, is they are deleting her channel on the 12th of July.
Right.
If they don't figure something out. And like that video that you had us watch last night, she did have her channel deleted, but she got it back, and then only some of her videos were there, and then they all started popping back up.
That makes no sense.
So,
and she had over 500,000 subscribers. Kelly Barlow.
yeah.
She had over 500,000 subscribers, and then one day they deleted her whole channel.
Wow.
And
It's her business. That's her
Yes.
livelihood.
Yes.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's her job. I mean,
And
YouTube is her
Yeah.
job.
And I think, Keri, that she got an attorney. She didn't say that, but I'm pretty sure that one woman that she kept talking about that she called, I think that
Mhm.
was probably an attorney or something that
Possibly.
they got involved in that,
Uh-huh.
because there was no reasoning for that.
Mhm.
So using, hashtags and all that
If
stuff.
that person that had imitated her by making the pinned by or whatever it says when you pin it,
Yeah.
pinned by Keri the Yarny Elephant. So if it says pinned by in the person's name, like I said this morning during Cynthia's in my life, and I'm saying this for all of you guys too, if anybody comes on a live acting as us and asks you to send money or
Mhm.
Yeah.
go to a different channel for a really weird reason, and I'm not talking about going and viewing a channel after we're done with the live or going to raid another person, but I'm talking about, so if it doesn't feel right in your gut, don't do it, because
Right.
there are people out there imitating creators to get people to give them money,
Mhm.
send money here.
That's why, that's why I don't like people to put their
Email.
channel link on any of my stuff, because that you don't know if that's real or not. And you're right. If you want to advertise, you go through YouTube and advertise, not through other people's channels, unless that person actually puts you in the description or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Mhm.
Mm.
So so I just delete those because I don't think that's right. If you shouldn't use other podcasters to advertise your channel. Let that podcaster do the channel, link for you, but not for you to
Right.
do it yourself. Yeah, because you don't know if they're real or not. So you have to be real careful.
Possibly.
Right, Lisa?
Well, like
That's right. And like Madonna says, a lot of people, and you see in those chats, and then a lot of people will be dropping people's links, but they're not saying who's this link to. Madonna says, don't drop naked links. Like if there's a link dropped and no name, what am I pushing?
Mhm.
Right,
Where are you sending?
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
right.
So you have to be real careful. I think we all have to be very diligent in looking at the comments and stuff like that. On, like she says, Kelly said that she stays with, after she does a video and she posts it, she'll stay with that video for at least an hour just to monitor the comments and stuff. Just, you got to be careful about what.
Mhm.
There's some bad people out there, man.
Wow.
Well, I know.
Well, even if you're not a moderator on a channel and you see one of those links that's dropped in a chat, you can report it and it'll disappear. And
Yeah.
I know that I've done that on people's channels that I'm not a moderator on, because I would want them to do that for me. And I
Right.
have a lot of people that do that for me too, because people are
Yeah.
just,
Crazy.
and when you're doing a live, you have to, if you don't see a real person and you don't know the person, like I would have let Jamie up. I would have let you up if I could have without your camera on, but it doesn't give you the option. I don't know if you have experienced that or anything, but it wouldn't let me add you to the chat. I could change your name and I could kick you out of the studio,
Mhm.
but I couldn't add you because you weren't showing a picture. And then there's people that have like just an avatar,
Mhm. Yeah.
and you don't know who that, if you don't know who that person is. And this is just something that was brought to my attention because, I'm new, and I would invite somebody up, but I don't want to see what they're going to do, because these people that have avatars come up and they want to show their thing, and
Yeah.
I'm not on YouTube to see their thing.
Yeah.
So
Well, that happened with me with Lisa one time where I couldn't get my picture to show up. And Lisa said, well, is it Billy or not Billy? Who knows who, you know? So you were very careful, and that was good because I couldn't get my picture to come up. But
Yeah.
we finally worked that out. So.
Yeah.
But I'm
Well, I better
wondering-
go, girls. This has been a very interesting conversation
love you.
with some lovely ladies.
I
And
love
y'all
you,
have a
Billy.
great
Glad to
4th
met
of
Hi,
July.
Billy.
I love you too, Lisa.
And I'm
You-
glad to have
Love
met
you, Mom.
you.
I'm glad you asked me though, so we could work this out. Because
Yes, I'm glad we worked it out.
Communication is
Yeah.
key.
Because I wouldn't have known that you thought that, and then I would have been thinking, "Well, is Billy mad at me?" And it would have been this cycle of.
Oh, yeah. I hope this gets around. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Bye, Julie. Have a
The
good
Billy
weekend.
Lisa Awards.
Okay, darling. Bye,
Thank
you.
Jamie. Bye, Consuela.
Bye, Billy.
But
She's
talking
such a
about
sweetheart.
Yeah, she
about
is.
Lisa Ladybird's channel,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
I watched her video, and what I sent her an email. I don't know if she got it yet though, because what I read from what YouTube had written, it said that they have detected repeated or severe comment spam.
Right.
And so I was Googling it, and I went into the YouTube, help thing.
Mhm.
And if you look under, they're saying do not overuse the report feature. If
Like,
you
oh.
misuse it, it may be prohibited. You may be prohibited from using YouTube altogether. And it says,
Oh.
yeah, so if you use the report spam or abuse feature too much,
Mhm.
you will be prohibited from YouTube. And I'm wondering if that's maybe what's happened is a lot of people are helping her, because she does a lot of lives, right?
Right.
So I'm wondering if all her helpers in there and her Nightbot person is reporting. So that sends a flag to YouTube. I'm wondering if that could be something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Yeah.
don't even understand what that reporting means.
Let's say you left a comment on my channel
Okay.
and I read it, and then you can block it, you can report it, you can blah, blah, blah.
But isn't reporting like a negative thing?
Yeah, like if you misuse it, I can delete your comment. So
Yeah.
I think it's better just to delete it. Then I think what they're saying is if they're seeing a lot of reports of abusing comments, because you have options. You can delete, you can report, you can,
Mhm.
What are the features?
Gotcha.
Block.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think red flags have been sent. Maybe that's just my guess because of how our thing was worded.
Hmm.
Up top it said, what did it say? They have detected repeated or severe comment spam.
It could be Nightbot too.
Yeah. So I sent her an email. I said, maybe look at that. It could be you reporting too much, your helpers reporting too much, or your Nightbot reporting too much.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's anxiety looking to happen. I can't be worrying about all this.
Right.
No.
I can't. My nerves
No.
are frayed already. I can't do it. I think I do
Stephan-
great if I pay my bills on time and
Yeah.
get the mail
I hear
out.
you.
know how
Stephanie
to
said
back up my
Ladybird.
car. I that's it. I can't do no more. Try to
Stephanie
make my
said-
life easy.
Stephanie said Ladybird also said something about all of the little avatars too. So,
You mean like the
she's talking
emojis?
about, the emojis.
Oh,
not to put more than 3 emojis in a comment. Well, I'm telling you, YouTube will not allow you to comment on somebody's video. Now, you might be able to in a live, but you can't do it in a comment anymore because on July 1st, when I was doing Christmas and July fairies, I had 4 emojis and it worked. And I have it set somewhere so that I can just copy it when I start going through. Well, it wouldn't go and it wouldn't go. And it was saying that it was having a problem commenting or something. So I took one of my elephants off, one of the emojis off, and it went fine. So you can only put 3 emojis in a comment now because YouTube won't let you do it. Once you've marked comment spam, there's no way to undo it. Use the report spam or abuse feature with extreme caution. If you misuse it, you may be prohibited from. Yeah.
wow. Getting complicated here.
Well, and did you know that doing giveaways on your channel is against YouTube policy?
Is it?
Yeah, I thought I heard
Mhm.
that a long time ago. They consider it a raffle or something like that,
Yeah.
and you're not gambling or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, there's no money there. Yeah, I guess. But there's no money being exchanged unless you're giving money away. But until they slap me on the wrist, I'm still going to do my giveaways. No. My cat was going to come up here and love on me. But
Yes, Diane, I think that's the feature that needs to be done instead of reporting.
I think you're right, Lisa.
That's so complicated. It's getting to be a lot of rules, isn't it? Or is my magic?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there always has been the rules. It's just we never go and look at them until we hear, oh, this happened to somebody, this happened to somebody. And then we go, oh my God, I never knew that could have happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Because there is a lot to read with
Yeah.
the YouTube rules.
Ain't that though?
Yeah, there is a lot to read.
So is it against the rules for an old lady to sit in her recliner and just crochet and talk?
No.
I don't think so.
I can do that.
As long as you're not naked.
Yeah, as long as you're not.
I don't even like myself in that. Oh, don't have to worry about that one. Yeah, my rules too.
Yeah. Yeah, really. Even if they weren't YouTube's rules, they'd be my rules.
Yeah, cover
Right.
it
Please
up.
come clothed. Yeah.
Unless they're against big T-shirts. Sometimes I take my son's T-shirt, and I'm like maybe a 1X, and he's like a 3X.
They're
So
comfy
nice,
though.
nice and baggy.
Yeah, that's comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be a rule against that. You gotta go read.
Yeah.
You better check that one, right?
Sounds kind of.
Yeah, they got too many rules.
Okay, I gotta take off, guys. But
Okay.
thanks for having me on.
Nice to meet
Clothes
you,
is
Lisa.
not
Bye, Lisa.
optional.
Yeah.
Bye, Lisa. Love
Bye.
you.
Bye,
Thank
have
you
a
for
good
coming
day.
up.
I never know where the camera is.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, they have a hole
She's so
over
sweet.
here. They have a hole on my left, right? But
Mhm.
everything left is right and right is left. Oh, I can't figure it out.
Yeah, my camera's right over here.
Yet.
But I always forget, and
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, I forget where mine is too.
Yeah, I'm looking at the hole and I thought that was the camera, but it comes out the reverse, so it's confusing to say the least.
Yeah,
So I didn't expect to see Billy and
Oh yeah.
Lisa. Wow. You have
Yeah.
all the celebs coming up here, Keri.
Well, Billy usually has her
Jamie.
coffee with me.
Jamie.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Billy
celebrity.
usually has coffee while I'm on my live. She usually listens while she has her coffee.
mhm.
But, well, so what do you girls have going on?
I don't have anything. Hopefully nothing is my best day. Whatever
Yeah.
happens, happens.
Well, there's always things I should be doing,
Yeah,
but am I
The-
doing them? That's the question.
right.
Right. The houndtooth stitch is the stitch that I have to do my washcloth in. I have to watch
Oh,
a
I love that
tutorial. Oh, I
I
don't even know
love
how to do it.
It's not that hard, but wait a minute, I don't want to get mixed up with. Isn't it something like? Nope, that's not it.
Right. Stuff's a pain in the butt today.
I made a lot of things out of it too, and it looks really unusual if you use ombre and the black, or
Hmm.
rather than just black and white. Yeah.
Well, this is what I'm using.
Oh yeah, like that, not like a mixed color.
Hmm.
A variant. Let me get my terminology right here.
Ooh, I'm getting cold. I got goosebumps.
I've been cold all day, but that's just me.
Not here.
It's cool here. What is it, Marika? 60. Did you say 5'4"? Oh, it's 64 here.
It's 69 here, and it's supposed to be 83.
Wow.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, it's kind of nice to cool off a little bit because it was getting really hot over on the east side here, on the East Coast. It was getting really hot.
Well, the West Coast had that really super hot,
Yeah,
extreme
what's
heat.
going on with that? Wow.
I don't know. It was 102 one day, 108 the next, and
Yeah.
113 the day after that. And then the day after that, it was supposed to be 90 something, but I don't think it got above 83.
Isn't that something? Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. We had a
Well,
lot of rain.
I wish we'd have some rain.
We had a lot of rain. Every day it rained for like the last 3 days, I think. 3 or 4 days.
I think I'm gonna wake up Jason and ask him to make me an omelet.
You didn't eat breakfast?
Mm-mm. No, it's
This
only
is
9:30.
lunch now.
It's
Brunch.
9:30. It's 9:38 for me.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it's like 10:30. I mean 11:30 for me.
oh.
Yeah.
I'm 12:38. Oh wow. So where are you, Keri? What state?
Washington.
Washington State? Oh wow.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So I thought it would be
Wow,
more than 3.
Frenchie.
Isn't it more than 3 hours?
That's Alaska. Alaska has 4 hours. Alaska it's 8:38 their time.
Okay. I thought it was more.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because years ago when I had clients, they used to be in California. I had to wait till like lunchtime before I could call the office, because they're not there. I guess now you just email everything and
Dang, Frenchie.
you don't use the phone anymore. Well, I'm going to drop down.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not going to be doing anything extra. I'm going to just be sitting here crocheting. Maybe I'll get
Okay.
to wash some clothes.
Maybe.
Do some
Yeah,
laundry.
I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna go and
Oh,
see
okay.
if Jason will get up and make me an omelet since I can't stand in there long enough to do it.
Oh, wow. Hmm.
Yeah,
Do you ever see
he's
those
really
chairs? They have those chairs with the wheels that you can move around in the kitchen.
like a walker,
No, yeah, but you're sitting down.
right?
Yeah, yeah, and you scoot around.
Yeah, yeah. I
No,
don't
why
have
would you
one.
do that? You have somebody to make your omelet for you. Am I crazy?
And he's a professional cook, so why would I cook?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What was I
Right?
thinking of? Well, you take care, Carrie and Jamie.
You too.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for coming up.
Jesse.
It was really nice to put a face to your name, Consuelo.
Oh,
Yes.
same here. I enjoyed it. I'll be
Thanks for
watching.
coming up.
I'll be watching and lurking and crocheting.
Okay.
Bye now.
Thanks for
That's
coming
right.
up, Jamie. I love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, how do I get out of this thing?